He's in charge of restoring your property to its original state. So if you sprung a leak, lit your curtains on fire, or your insulation looks like week old bagels, call ServPro.
At Shots Crossroads, we make 8 gallons of homemade ranch dressing every day. So you can smother your dinner salad with it, dip those crispy golden French fries in it, and dunk your breaded chicken strips. You can even cover your... Wait, no. You can't put ranch on steak. Or can you? Shots Crossroads. Don't forget the ranch.
This is gonna be the best day ever. You got me looking so fresh. I can't get no better. Baby, I'm a T-Rex, ready to rumble, ready to flex. I'm the king of the jungle. Gonna be the best.
The magic of what we do really comes down to combining different aspects of patient care. Here at Premier Chiropractic, we love combining soft tissue work, the adjustment, and exercises together. We found that this gets the best results for our patients. We have 3 chiropractors to fit the needs of the entire family, a rehab area for our exercises and equipment for any athlete to improve performance. Give us a call and we will get you back to doing what you love.
Getting that perfect slice is satisfying, fulfilling, and rewarding too. But we don't do it for fun. We do it for fresh. Slice to order makes a sub above.
Well, it's been 22 years since the Spartans and the Saints have done battle, and tonight on homecoming night on Schmeeker Field on the campus of Bismarck St. Mary Central High School, the St. Mary Saints host the Fargo North Bruins in Class 2A/A football in the state of North Dakota. Hi, good evening, everybody. Scott Woodmansey alongside Chuck Claremont. Glad to have you aboard this evening on the PSP Network. A beautiful night again at Schmeeker Field and Light of Christ Stadium as Fargo North comes in here undefeated on the season, and they are number 2 in the most recent Class A football poll, 11A football poll. And St. Mary's, well, they have coming off a win last week against the Williston Coyotes. Got a win earlier this season against the Bismarck Demons. And tonight, Chuck, I think it's going to be a test to see how good is Fargo North in their undefeated season so far.
Yeah, it's kind of one of those, is who is Fargo North? They're number 2, they're undefeated, but who have they played? They played Grand Forks Central, who's 1-3. They played Wahpeton, who's 1-2, without their best player. Then they played Horace in the opener, who's 0-3. So 2-8 are the teams that they played. And so the question really is this Fargo North team really the second-rated team in Class A, or is it just a mystery in terms of who they've played? We'll see tonight. I know talking to Coach Dan Schmeeker beforehand, Scott, he never gets overconfident. He said, it doesn't make any difference. We come up, we lace our shoes up, same every day, whoever we whoever we play, and they're excited to get out here and play this Fargo North team tonight.
Well, and too, Chuck, with the new system that's in place right now, this is the first crossover game, I guess is how we call it. I don't know what else you want to use for that, where Fargo North, as we said, in the A division, and St. Mary's in the AA division. So it'll be interesting to see where these two teams stand. And again, the QRF rankings, I believe, coming out possibly next week, I believe they are. So really, this is where you start to look and say, well, I'll tell you what, a win for North is really good in that on their side of the things, and a loss for St. Mary's is not good for them on their side of things. And I don't know if a win is going to be good for St. Mary's, but it's not going to be as heavily weighted, I'm sure, as a win is for Fargo North.
Yeah, however that QRF works. But St. Mary's, they're playing good football, Scott. They lost to a good Minot football team who beat Mandan last week when Mandan was number 1. So, and we watched the game, on TV, and man, they easily could have beat that team. They had a lot of drop passes. So, it's a game they could have won, beat Bismarck High for the first time in forever, and a quality Bismarck High team, even though they are 0-3. But it's Bismarck. Bismarck's playing better. And then Wilston, they were up 21-0. And then Coach Schmeek said, hey, we just kind of quit playing. And he said, we played very well in the beginning and didn't. So I think it's the St. Mary's team. They're really coming in with a lot of confidence right now. And, they got some guys that are playing just good football. Kralik, the quarterback, I just think he just keeps getting better and better. The senior, we saw him against the Demons, leading that last charge, final drive where they got the victory over the Demons. And I think when you got a guy like that leads your team, victory's possible every time.
Well, it should be a lot of fun here on homecoming night on Schmeeker Field as our Shields pregame show. Shields offers clothing, footwear, and gear for all your passions from fishing to fashion. Shields of Minot in Bismarck. Our pregame show rolls on with more. When we come back, we'll take an inside look at the Spartans and the Saints. You're listening to high school football on the PSP Network.
All right, bring it up. Come on. Someone's got to call a play. All right, let's go. I right, zoom, spider 2, Y banana. You don't like that one? Okay. I right, 40 power?
No.
You don't want that one either? All right, go kick off. Get out of here. Let's go.
First Western is your independent community bank with all the online conveniences you want and an experienced team you can count on.
First Western Bank and Trust. You can bank on us.
What you're witnessing actually happens. This is a sad story about bad math.
Bad math?
Does your online company include mounting?
You can't beat the online pricing.
When you have the mounting, the shipping, and all the extras, it's just simple math. We guarantee the lowest prices. Our Plus plan is simply better, a less expensive way to buy tires. Thinking tires? Think Tires Plus.
Great smiles come from Vibetta Orthodontics. Vibetta Orthodontics is a certified Invisalign provider. Invisalign fits your budget and your lifestyle. Braces for children, teens, and adults with affordable monthly payments. Schedule your complimentary consultation and exam by logging on to VibettaOrthodontics.com or by calling 701-839-6010.
Great smiles come from Vibetta Orthodontics.
Welcome back to Schmeeker Field on the campus of St. Mary's Central High School. Chuck Claremont, Scott Woodmansey with you. Glad to have you aboard on the PSP Network. Fargo North in town to take on the St. Mary's Saints. Chuck, Fargo North coming in here, as we said, undefeated, 7-4 last year, losing in the semis to the perennial state champion, the Jamestown Blue Jays. But, boy, you look at some of the players on this team, Chuck, a lot of juniors on this team, and I think the one spot that they were unsure of coming into the season was their quarterback, but it appears they may have found one in Ethan Welk. But certainly a team that, will be new to us but they're led none other by their running back and Peter Haugo.
Yeah, and it's a solid North team. Like you said, Ethan Welk, they didn't know what to expect, although he's a tough kid, started on defense last year. Now he's a quarterback. He's not big. He's 6 foot, 140, but he's very shifty. He's thrown 7 touchdowns, not an interception, so clearly making some good judgments through 3 games. I think that's really a key. And he can run the football. He's got 11 carries for 137 yards. I had a big run last week against Wahpeton, so he's a quarterback. He's kind of their leader of the team, but yet the guy that kind of makes things go is their junior running back, and Peter Haugo. He was an all-state guy last year, all-East guy, our second team All-State in 2021, and he is on a roll, Scott. 8 touchdowns on the ground, another touchdown in the air last week, and he is just rolling. He only has 31 carries, but he's averaging over 10 yards a carry at 336 yards. So the 6'1", 200-pound, shifty, strong, he does it all, this junior running back.
Yeah, it's funny when you talk to coaches here, and I was talking to Coach Schmeeker before the game, and I said, talking about the team, I said, what did you see? And he goes, all I know 36 is pretty good. He didn't say his name. He didn't say his first name. He didn't say his last name. He just said 36 is pretty good. So you can bet that they've talked about 36. But, Chuck, they've got another young man out there with number 8, a guy that we know all too well, Jeremiah Sem. We know his talents in the basketball court. But, talking with their head coach, Adam Rowland, it's starting to sound like he's really taken a liking to the game of football and is getting more of a passion for the gridiron.
Well, he's so athletic. I think a lot of people were surprised that he's even playing, right? But, hey, awesome that you got a kid like this who's got a chance of playing some D1 basketball potentially. He was an all-stater as a sophomore last year, averaging 21 points a game on the basketball court. But, hey, he's out playing football, and he's doing really well. He's leading the East in receiving, 14 catches for 221 yards. He's got 3 touchdowns, and so he's a kid that he's not starting, but I can tell you right now, when 8 gets in the football game, St. Mary's better know where he's at because this kid can jump. We've seen some high-flying acts on the basketball court for this guy, and they just throw the football up in the corner and let him go get it.
Yeah, so Fargo knows certainly some weapons that they will put on display tonight against the St. Mary Saints. But, Chuck, let's talk about the Saints as they make their way back out on the field. And certainly, I think, is it fair to say, Chuck, that we've seen this team play once, but it seems to me that this team keeps improving each and every week. And this is probably going to be the toughest, well, it will be the toughest defense in my mind that this Fargo North team has probably faced yet this year.
Well, Fargo North, without question. I mean, St. Mary's is playing well defensively as they're just giving up 17 points a game, playing good defense, under 260 yards for the season or per game. But they're struggling offensively, and that's what they got to get going tonight. They scored 21 points last week early, and then they didn't score the rest of the game. So this is a St. Mary's team. I think they got to figure out offensively what they're going to do. Vetter leads them with just 180 yards on the ground, but nobody else. Richter just 60, and then the quarterback has completed about 50% of his passes. He has 3 TDs, 4 interceptions, 600 yards thrown through the air. But this Kralick's a leader, and he's a guy that he wants the football late in the game. And I think he's one of those things, Scott, where he is going to get better and better. And tonight's, to me, one of those games going, okay, is St. Mary's going to take the next step to show that they are a team that can be destined for the playoffs?
Yeah, and I think it's going to all start, as you talked about leading into this, Chuck, is who keeps getting better and better every week is Tommy Kralick. I think that it's all going to start there. And certainly Jackson Richter, not a lot of yards, but when he does run the football, seems pretty consistent. I think it's a St. Mary's team now that's really maybe trying to really starting to find their stride in this upper echelon of the 2A side of football.
Yeah, I think so. And then they got a kid, to me, heart and soul, this team, Paul Vetter. I mean, he's 5'9", 165, and he runs the football hard, 180 yards and a touchdown. But then also on this the other side, he's a linebacker, and this kid is all over the field. So it's Paul Vetter, it's Jackson Richter. Those are the 2 tough kids to me that really are going to stand out both offensively and defensively tonight.
Well, as we inch our way near the starting lineup or the starting lineups and the opening kick as the St. Mary Central High School band on the field for the national anthem, we'll take a timeout. We come back. The starting lineups, the opening kick, St. Mary's North next right here on the PSP Network.
BNC has been here for over 25 years.
We're still a community bank that's there for you.
When you come in with your business plan, your vision, your idea, we can make it a reality.
I love seeing projects come alive for our clients.
We're real people helping real people.
We know you, and we're always happy to see you.
We build relationships.
You're part of the BNC family.
We are part of the community.
It's what we're built on.
Yours truly, BNC.
This broadcast on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA and SIPC. Investment advice offered through GWM Advisors, LLC, doing business as Goss Advisors, a registered investment advisor. GWM Advisors, LLC, and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
And finally, Agent Smith. He's in charge of restoring your property to its original state.
Well, welcome back to Schmicker Field as the national anthem has been sung. The introduction of the starting lineups. They'll go like this. Fargo North won the toss. They deferred, so they will go on defense to start the football game. At nose guard will be Xavier Buckmiller, 6 foot 220 and a senior. At one end will be Rowan Johnson, 5'11", 205 and a senior. The other end will be Adam Jarski. He's 5'9", 235 and a senior. The linebackers, at one outside linebacker will be Sam Fertel, 5'11", 175 and a junior. The other linebacker will be Jim Miller, 5'11", 205 and a junior. At an inside linebacker, Gus Mon, 5'7", 170 and a junior. And another linebacker will be Ethan Ladderner. He's 5'11", 175 and a senior. And the other outside linebacker will be Peter Haugo, 6'1", 200 and a junior. At the safety spot will be Parker Dosh, 5'11", 150 and a junior. And at one corner will be Peyton Trogstead, 5'10", 155 and a junior. And the other corner will be Carson Hannestead, 5'10", 150 and a junior. Their head coach in his 9th season is Adam Rowland. That's your Fargo North starting defensive unit. Offensively for the Saints, they'll go like this up front. At center will be Jonathan Plant. He's 6 foot 230 and a senior. At one guard, the right side will be Luke Langenfelder. He's 5'9", 200 and a sophomore. At the left guard will be Harrison Grodd, 5'7", 175 and a junior. The right tackle, Jacob Gettle, 6'3", 220 and a senior. And the left tackle, Will Mark, 6'3", 230 and a senior. Tight end spot will be Ryan Kempel, 6'2", 180 and a senior. At the wide receiver spot will be Caden Willer, 6'2", 160 and a senior. The slot back will be Gavin Miller, 5'10", 170 and a senior. At the tailback spot will be Paul Vetter. He's 5'9", 165 and a senior. The fullback will be Jackson Richter, 6 foot 195 and a senior. And the quarterback will be Tommy Kralik. He's 6'4", 190 and a senior. Their head coach in his 45th season is Dan Schmeeker. Again, you're listening to the Shields pregame show. Shields is dedicated to offering you the best retail experience. Shields of Minot and Bismarck. Chuck, before we get this one going, your thoughts on some keys to the game here tonight for both St. Mary's and Fargo North.
We touched a little bit on it. Can St. Mary's get their offense going, right? That's a key to me, is averaging just 14 points a game. They've got to do something, rushing just 85 yards a game, and they got to establish the ground game, to me, to open up that passing game. That's a key to me. And then North, are they overconfident? Can you be overconfident coming into it, playing, being 2-8? I'm not quite sure, but to me it's a North team that is kind of a mystery to a lot of people right now, and how good are they really? So, ultimately to me it's, can St. Mary's stop the defense? Can they stop this balanced offense of the Fargo North Bruins? Are they Bruins now? It's Spartans.
They're the Spartans. That's Fargo South. That's the Bruins. They're
yeah, you've been calling them the Bruins, so I just wanted to make sure.
I've been calling them the Bruins?
It's all right.
Yeah, they are the Bruins. Oh, no.
It's the Spartans.
Have I been calling them the Bruins?
Yeah. Hey, that's okay. We all...
Okay,
I messed
the
up.
Spartans. My bad. Boy, my apologies on that one. Hey, another action around the state tonight on the A side. South is at Devils Lake. Red River is at Central. Valley City is at Dickinson. Wapaton's at Horace. Newtown's up in Turtle Mountain. And then Watford City is in Jamestown. On the Class 2A side of things, Davies and West Fargo will go at it. Shanley and Cheyenne will do battle as well. Century on the road looking for their first win up in Minot. Minot recently ranked number 5 in the latest Class 2A poll. Legacy and Bismarck High going at it over at the MD Resource Community Bowl, and Williston's in town to take on the Mandam Braves. So should be a fun one here today, as the Bruins, the Spartans. You're right, I have. See, you're right.
It's okay. We haven't done a Fargo North or Fargo South game in a while.
I can't tell you the last Fargo North football game that I was a part of. Want to thanks everybody for tuning into the Shields pregame show. Shop sporting goods, hunting and fishing gear, clothing, and more at Shields of Minot and Bismarck. Also, tonight's game brought to you in part by Jersey Mike's. Make sure to vote this week's Jersey Mike's Player of the Week on the PSP Network, or the PSP Network Facebook page. Jersey Mike's is a sub above. Well, teeing it up for North will be Mr. Watson, Max Watson. Boy, was he good last year, huh?
Didn't miss a kick. 44 PATs, 2 field goals, but already this year he's missed one. 17 of 18 PATs, so he's not perfect, but he's pretty dang good.
Back to receive is Vetter and Porter, and Vetter runs up at the 15-20, angles near side 25, and cuts up field. And he's brought down at the 30-yard line, I believe. Was that?
On the return for the Saints, number 20, Paul Vetter.
Yep, that was Vetter. Okay, so Saints will start first down and 10 from their own 30-yard line. Just underway here from Schmeeker Field, a cool night. As Kralik spreads out the Bruins, trips to his near side, single receiver. Now they motion Miller from right to left. Kralik back to pass, looks left, steps up, throws down the middle of the field. He's got a man out there, and it's incomplete. Intended for Caden Willer at the 35-yard line. That was in triple coverage, but Kralik took a hit from the backside too as he was under pressure, but a good job by Kralik, Chuck, of staying in that pocket.
Yeah, he looked to the left initially, tried to get that top side safety to move over to his left, and then he had a backside post. And actually on the far outside, he had Matt Porter running a fly down the field, and he was wide open, but he tried to stuff it into the middle, and good defense by the Spartans.
So it'll be second down and 10 now. I backfield behind quarterback Tommy Kralik. They hand off tailback, and straight ahead is Paul Vetter. And Vetter may have got a couple out to the third. Well, they're going to spot at the 33. Xavier Buckmiller on the stop there. So it'll bring up a third down and 7 for the Saints.
They said Buckmiller, his father played for St. Mary's back in the day, so they were trying to check that part out. So maybe, Dad's wearing maybe some St. Mary's underneath, is watching his son play some defense for the Spartans.
Well, a 3rd and 7 now. Ball spot on the 33. Twins split left, Twins wide right. Kralik now sends Miller left to right. Kralik rolling to his right, steps up under pressure, spins off one, but he's going to be brought down. And on the stop there, that was LaTurner.
Number 32, Ethan LaTurner.
Ethan LaTurner makes a stop, so that's going to bring up a 4th and long, and they're going to have to punt it away. Back to receive that punt will be Parker Dosh, and Kralik will be the one punting it away for the Saints as Dosh backs up to his 35-yard line. Snap. Pretty good kick. Dosh is going to field it at the 35, and Dosh is not going to go anywhere. That's a great open field tackle there by the Saints on the stop there. That was Logan Herman.
Number 57, Logan Herman.
Logan Herman on the stop there. So now here comes Fargo North offensively up front. It's Johnson at center. Jarski, Zander the guards. Hagenes, Buckmiller the tackle. Zeller the tight end. Hannestead a wideout. Dosh a wideout. Haugo and Miller in the backfield for the Spartans. And here's Ethan Welk, the quarterback. Out of the pistol formation, back to pass. They're going to go down the right side. Oh, they got a man wide open, and that's caught. 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown, and into the end zone. For the touchdown was Carson Hannestead, and the defense fell asleep there.
Yeah, a little stop and go. Scott is totally bit. The cornerback bit on that one, and a little hard head fake throw to the outside, and just a perfect spiral by Ethan Welk hits Carson Hannestead, the 5'10 junior, in stride, and he runs the last 30 or 25 yards untouched into the end zone. 63-yard touchdown pass.
Watson on for the extra point. Snap, hold down, kick is up. It appears good. Oh, we got a flag down. And they're going to say St. Mary's is offside.
Well, there's a wake-up call, right?
Yes, it certainly is.
10 seconds into the offensive side, you got a 63-yard touchdown pass.
So we're going to do the kick again.
So both teams come out with a deep pass
yeah.
on the first play.
How about that? Is Coach Schmeeker comes one out, that one's incomplete, and Adam Rowland says we're gonna do the same thing on our side, and well, theirs was completed. So Watson will line it up again. What was that? Well, nonetheless, here's Watson on as he steps it off. Snap, hold down, kick is up, and the kick is good. 10:16 to go on the BNC Bank scoreboard from Schmeeker Field. North strikes first. They lead at 7-0 on the BNC Bank scoreboard. Back with the touchdown kickoff after this timeout on the PSP Network.
Whether you're moving across town or across the country, Jobbers Warehouse Company knows how to safely move your family to their new residence by paying close attention to every detail. The folks at Jobbers Warehouse Company engage in an ongoing communication throughout the process to help the big picture in sight and make sure that no element is left unnoticed. Visit jobberswarehouse.com and let Jobbers Moving and Storage and Allied Van Lines make your move a smooth one. Head to jobberswarehouse.com today. With locations in Bismarck, Fargo, Minot, and Aberdeen, Jobbers is your choice.
Well, Watson set to kick it away, and back to receive for the Saints will be Paul Vetter, as the Saints quickly will go have their second offensive possession. Here's a kick. Vetter will field it at his own 6. He's at the 10, 15, 20, cuts upfield, 25, breaks a tackle, 30, and he falls forward out to the 32-yard line. So pretty good return there by Vetter, and the Saints will start in about the same spot they did on their first offensive possession, Chuck, trailing this one 7-0 on the BNC Bank scoreboard.
26-yard return by Paul Vetter, and the 30-yard line the first time they got the football, and we'll see if what changes. Maybe they'll start. I bet they started this one out on a run.
Yeah, they go I formation behind quarterback Tommy Kralik. Kralik, hands off, going left as Vetter eludes one tackle, fights his way forward, and it's not going to be much as Mon, the linebacker, coming in, make the stop there as Vetter gets a couple out to the 35-yard line. Well, it'll bring up a 2nd down and 8. Clock winds to 9:50 to go, opening quarter of play here on the BNC Bank scoreboard.
Some push on that left side by Will Marks and Harrison Grad, but that defense of Fargo North, they're pesky.
Yeah, they certainly are. 2nd down and 8. Again, same formation, ball spotted left hash. The show and blitz. Kralik rolling to his right, throws it underneath, caught 40, 45, turning upfield, and out to midfield on the reception there was Jackson Richter as they slipped him out of the backfield. Good call there by the offensive coaching staff of the Saints, and now the Saints are in North Territory.
A 17-yard pickup on that bootleg as faked that handoff on the backside, slipped Jackson Richter out into the flat. Quarterback rolls out to his right, hits him in stride.
1st and 10 from the North 49-yard line. Again, Kralik rolling to his left, and he is going to be brought down by LaTurner as they brought the blitz over that right side, and LaTurner takes Kralik back all the way to the 44-yard line. So a big loss there on 1st down for the Saints.
Yeah, already LaTurner with his 2nd sack of the game, Scott. When they roll that quarterback out, that's just a run-through. The linebacker in LaTurner, both him and Miller went right through the A-gaps, and LaTurner was the guy who brought him down, sure-handed.
He's the leading tackler on this defense with 15.5, making 17.5 and 2 sacks. Kralik throws sideline, caught, turning upfield and out of bounds. On the reception goes Jackson Ross.
Timing patterns for the quarterback, a little 3-step drop, turns out to his left, looks and hits Jackson Ross on an out pattern. Ross does a good job tippy-toeing up the sidelines, picks up that what they had lost previously on the last play and a couple yards more.
So now the Saints are faced with a 3rd down and 7. Ball spotted on the 46-yard line of Fargo North. Kralik back to pass, steps up, throws sideline. Oh, he throws it over the head. Intended receiver there was Gavin Miller, and that one goes out of bounds. So it's going to be another punt situation here for the St. Mary's Saints, trailing this one 7-0 on the BNC Bank scoreboard. Tonight's game brought to you in part by the UPS store located on South Broadway in Minot. Is open Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 7, and Saturday, 8:30 to 3. The UPS store located in the Marketplace Foods Plaza for all your packing and shipping needs. And they're going to let that one bounce out of bounds, Chuck, and that's where North will take over 1st and 10.
That was a good kick down to the 11-yard line, a little 35-yard kick, no return. So they've got the Spartans backed up. We'll see what this defense can do. See if they're aware of that deep pass that I'm sure the guy in the backfield, nobody's naming any names on that backside for the Saints in terms of who bit. But I think when you see something like that, you see the head coach in Adam Rowland saying, hey, it looks like these guys on the outside for the Saints, they're biting on those hard fake throws, and that's exactly what happened the last time.
Well, here's where the D's got to stand up now for the Saints as they've got North pinned deep in their own territory. They fake it, now they give it to Haugo coming left, and he is going to be stood up for a gain of a yard out to the 12-yard line.
On the stop for the Saints, number 64, Derek Rude, and number 57,
64.
Logan Herman.
I don't know who he's talking about. Logan Herman was the one on the tackle, 57.
Yeah, then he said 64. Derek Rude as well was in there on the stop.
The defensive end, he also was right there. So good job stopping up the line of scrimmage for the Saints.
So 2nd down and 9 now for North. Back to pass. Welk throws in the flat. Comeback pass is going to be incomplete. And the intended receiver there was Hannestead.
I think he might have got.
Well, you had Hannestead and Dosh in the same area, but it looked like Hannestead was the intended receiver.
I think he saw the linebacker was right there. That Hannestead catches that one, and he might have got decapitated as his arms got a little shorter, got a little dolphin catch, dolphin arms.
3rd down and 9 now for Fargo North. The Spartans come out. They send 2 receivers to Welk's right side. And, flag goes down. What is that? Is that going to be? It'll be a false start. And so they'll spot 5 off, and now it's going to make it 3rd and 14 now for The Spartans from Fargo North. 7:46 to go on the BNC Bank scoreboard. 7-0. North leads this one. BNC National Bank with locations throughout North Dakota, Minnesota, and Arizona. BNC National Bank provides you with the banking and wealth management services for your business and family. Visit BNC Bank online today at bnc.bank.
Toby Schweitzer going to send some guys in this one.
Yeah, as Welk back to pass and steps up. He's got time, and he just out through. Sem was out there also in the pattern for Fargo North. That was
a lot better defense that time, Scott.
David Schilling.
As Sam Fedorchuk, the free safety, he got deep. He did not let either one of those two receivers get behind him, so lesson learned by Miller and Fedorchuk, the 2D on the 2 deep zone.
So back to punt it away for will be Jim Miller.
Miller's our running back.
Low snap, running up to catch it at the 35-30, and still on his feet, dancing around near the 25. That was Paul Vetter again. So now the Saints are faced with some pretty good field position deep inside.
Scott, that was a great job by Paul Vetter.
Yeah, it certainly
the ball
was.
was kicked end over end, a low liner, and instead of letting it hit and drop, he came flying up, caught it down by his knees at the 35-yard line, returned it to the 26. So that's a really smart play by senior.
So here the Saints 1st and 10 from their own 26-yard line. Now they motion right to left. That's Porter. Kralik rolling to his right. Caught. Willer turning upfield. 20. Still on his feet and brought down at the 19-yard line. On the stop there was Hannestead for Fargo North.
Saints love rolling out Kralik. He really is good on the rollout and the throw as he went out to his right side. Caden Willer, an out pattern. Hits him as soon as he turns his head, and then Willer did a good job, kind of just being a little bully and pushing Hannestead about 5 yards backwards.
2nd down and 3 now for the Saints. I backfield. Paul Vetter dots the I for the Saints. They flop Kemple from the left side to the right side, slot to the right as well. They hand off Vetter going right, turns it inside and bowls his way down near the 15-yard line. Gus Mon on the stop. It appears that'll be enough for a Saints 1st down. They'll move the chains, and St. Mary's now inside the Serpro red zone. 24/7 emergency service, trained technicians, advanced technology, fire and water cleanup and restoration. It's ServPro.
Good push there on that right side, Scott. Langenfelter and Gettle.
1st and 10. Vetter again dots the I for the Saints. They give it to Vetter going left. Finds a seam, turns upfield, bounces off tackles, still on his feet. He's down across the 10 near the 5. Goes Vetter.
On the initial hit for the Spartans, number 10,
Carter Zeller makes a stop. Dosh in there as well.
You know, and one thing that not getting the credit, Jackson Richter, he's the first guy through in that I backfield, Scott. He's the one who's picking off. He's giving a little push at the line of scrimmage, and he's getting to the backer, allowing Vetter to get to that second level.
Well, the Saints have found a little something here on the ground, and now Kralik under center again. Here comes Fargo North. Rolling out, Kralik in trouble, throws it in the corner, and they're going to say it's completed. Acrobatic catch by Porter.
Yeah, Porter was in the end zone, Scott. When Kralik rolled out, he came back to the football, which is what he's supposed to do, and did a great job getting his feet inside 1 foot, just about that 2-yard line before he got shoved out of bounds by Hannestead.
So 1st and goal to go now for the Saints. Quarter number 1, they trail 7-0 on the BNC Bank scoreboard. And speaking of that, scoreboards, the new scoreboard hub you probably see that's implemented. Nick Hallberg, Todd Dahmery's putting the work together on that. Quarterback sneak, Kralik over the right side, dives forward, didn't know it. Signal yet, and yep, he's in. Touchdown, Kralik from 2 yards out.
Well, when you got a quarterback 6'4", 190, and a big push by Plant and Lingenfelter, he just used that bulldog rush at 6'4", was able to squeeze across the end line and get that touchdown. That started with the great return by Paul Vetter, Scott, 26 yards on 5 plays, and just under 2 minutes.
Yep, and here comes Willer on to attempt the extra point out of the hold of Kralik. Willer appears that he's set. Snap, hold, kick is up, and the kick is good. 5:40 to play, opening quarter on a BNC Bank scoreboard. We're tied at 7 from Schmeeker Field on homecoming night. Back with more on the PSP Network after this timeout.
Every 10 minutes, 3 people in the United States will die from a preventable incident. More people are dying on our roadways and in their homes than ever before, but that's where the North Dakota Safety Council can help. Safety is our mission, from the workplace to any place. We're a private nonprofit that offers more than 150 training courses that are dynamic, hands-on, and effective. From CPR and first aid to driver safety and even workplace violence preparedness, we want to make sure your loved ones come home safe each night. Go to ndsc.org to see how together we can make a difference.
Well, special teams comes to play there for the Saints as Chuck mentioned the good return by Vetter sets up a touchdown, and the St. Mary Saints have tied this game at 7 apiece. Willer set to kick it away. Low kick, and Hannested's going to take it from his 10, 15, 20, 25 angles towards his sideline, turns the corner, 30, 35, 40. Stutter steps on the sideline, and he's out across the 46-yard line. And Willer makes a stop there for the Saints. So speaking of special teams making a play, Fargo North just made one there.
Yeah, Fargo North, good job by the kickoff return team. It was a right return. That right side walled off the Saints defense, gave Hannested a lane as he cut to the outside, showed his wheels, and got out to that 46-yard line. But
yes,
what'd they call a hold?
I think it was a hold. Yep, they called a hold.
Way back at the 31, so it's going to go 10 yards back. So instead of starting at the 46, they got to march her all the way back to the 20.
So just as we said, special teams makes a play, and then the laundry flies out, and now Fargo North will start 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line. Ethan Welk, the quarterback. And he keeps it straight at the middle. He's got room, 25, 30, 35, and boy, he got her all the way back out to the 40-yard line, and that was just a quarterback draw there, and Vetter makes a stop, but Welk showing some speed there, Chuck, as he busted right up the middle and picked up the first down and more.
Well, we talked about his shiftiness last week. He had a big run against Wahpeton. It's just a fake handoff to the running back, Jim Miller. He pulls it, he goes to the backside, and Saints just over-pursued.
Here's Welk again. Welk hands off. Here's Haugo coming left, turns the corner. Head of steam, now cuts inside, and he's in Saints territory and wrapped up at the 49-yard line. Making the stop was Caden Willer. And a big run there by Peter Haugo.
A 16-yard run by Haugo, so back-to-back 18 and 16-yard run. I like what Haugo did is he didn't see anything on the front side. He cut it to the backside. Great job by the backside tackle and guard, moving their guys and everybody to that right side, allowed a huge cutback run for Haugo.
1st and 10 now for Fargo North. Receiver split left and right for the Spartans. Here's Welk on the keeper again over the right side, cuts back inside, and he's going to be brought down at the 40, and a good gain there, a gain of 6 for Orchek. Makes a stop there for the Saints, but it'll bring up 2nd down and short, and those are the offensive situations you want to be in as a head coach, because now that really opens up the playbook on 2nd down, and we'll call it 5 to go.
Yeah, just smart quarterbacking by Ethan Welk. He is a guy reading the plays. He read the Jim Miller. Jim Miller had a guy right in his face, so what do? You pull it, you run that option, you go to the backside.
Haugo straight up the middle, and he's going to be brought down for a loss. And boy, it looked like a Vetter makes a stop.
Yeah, Vetter came diving in there, Scott. Sorry, my hand signals.
Yeah.
I got to get down. Vetter dove in, forced Haugo kind of kept his 2 feet off the ground, and then in came Hank Berry, the linebacker, to bring him down for a 1-yard loss. So the Saints step up there. That was kind of deja vu, back-to-back plays, the same ones they ran the last before they got this first down.
So 3rd down and 5 now for North. Welk. Handoff. Howell goes straight up the middle. He's at the 35, 30, fights his way down to the 25 and bowls forward down to the 23-yard line. And good job on that right side by Jarsky and Buckmiller. Ross makes the stop, but a big gain there for Fargo North.
Well, now a 17-yard gain for Howgo. So you got an 18, a 16, and a 17-yard runs, and it's set up, Scott, by the guys up front. They are pushing big holes, and I saw Jarsky in a preseason interview. We said, hey, we have been in the weight room. We have worked our butts off. Guys got a lot more confidence because they're a lot stronger right now, and they're showing it.
1st down and 10 for Fargo North. Oh, flag down. False start. So they're going to move them back 5. Tonight's game brought to you in part by Planet Pizza. Has been proudly serving the Magic City for over 25 years as the largest laser tag playground in the region. Mouth-watering pizza and wings and the 30-inch Galactic pizzas that are out of this world. Call and order now, 852-1700. Planet Pizza is out of this world.
I don't need to hear anything about pizza or food, anything right now, big fella. We busted over here from our big golf event.
Oh, yeah.
Well, not that you and I could stand to miss a meal or 10.
Yeah,
we're all right. Fasting wouldn't be a bad problem.
I slipped a little snack in. Oh, they option it. Turning upfield, 25-20, 15-10, 5, and into the end zone for Fargo North. That was John Williams getting some action, and John Williams, his first carry, he takes it to the house and tack on 6 more for Fargo North.
Well, John Williams, this guy, I mean, he kind of unheralded. He's a backup guy, but he's rushed for 213 yards and 3 touchdowns. Fake handoff, a pitch to Williams as he was the backside running back, and he turned the corner, and there was nobody in front of him. Just good, hard running by that senior Williams. And the North offense looks tough right now, Scott.
Yep, and Watson on, and the extra point is good. So 2:35 to go on the BNC Bank scoreboard. Quarter number 1, Fargo North 14, Saints 7. Back after this timeout on the PSP Network.
The best part about working at BNC National Bank is developing relationships. I love working with people. We've been here for over 25 years.
We've grown just like our communities we're in.
But we still have that personal connection with our customers.
And that's why we can find the best solutions for them.
It feels great seeing projects around the community and knowing we're a small part of making that happen.
We're helping people buy their first homes.
Plan for the future.
From startups to big business.
We're part of the community.
And we're proud of it.
Yours truly, BNC.
A 29-yard touchdown run by John Williams, who slipped into the game there, and a little change of pace in the backfield, and it worked to North's advantage as he took it to the house, and they now lead 14-7.
Well, I think the Saints are seeing that Spartans are for real.
Yeah, they certainly
they
are.
have just been picking up yards in chunks against the Saints. They had 4 runs over 17 yards on that drive.
Vetter runs up on it, 15, 20, 25, 30. Look out, he's got some room. He's out to the 35 and down at the 36-yard line, and that's where the Saints will start, 1st and 10.
On the return, number 20, Paul Vetter.
Trailing 14-7 on the BNC Bank scoreboard.
On the tackle for the Spartans.
Scott, beforehand, the 1959 Hall of Fame Saints football team got inducted.
Oh, yeah.
That's Mike Schmalz. Speaking of Hall of Famers, Mark Schmalz played here back in the day, and our dad, he gets into the Hall of Fame. Got a good comment that we'll have to make a comment once we get going here.
Here we go. Eye backfield for the Saints. They throw a quick screen pass. Porter, he's got a blocker in front of him, turns the corner, 45, and he's driven out of bounds there, and he's going to have enough for the first down as they're going to spot it at the 48-yard line.
Got a block on the outside by Caden Willer.
Yeah, good job by Willer.
Yeah, Matt Porter. I think would you say he's a favorite receiver probably of?
Yep.
Probably, even though he's thrown to 4 different receivers, it feels like Porter's the guy that he's looked for.
2:23 left to go here. Opening quarter of play. Kralik under center. Eye backfield. Paul Vetter dots the eye. They toss it to him going left. Trying to get the edge. Cuts back inside and breaks a tackle into North territory. I don't know how he got through that, but he's all the way down close to another first down out to the 44-yard line. Parker Dash had to come up and make the stop from the safety spot, and that'll bring up 2nd down and 1 for the Saints.
Well, they're getting good perimeter blocking. Ryan Kemple, the tight end, he's the guy who got out there and put a nice block on. And then Vetter, I like what he does. When he gets into contact, he is going full speed ahead. He lowers those shoulders, squares them up, and you are not arm tackling this kid.
2nd down and short. Call it 1 for the Saints. Vetter going right, and he's got enough for the 1st down as he's out to the 40-yard line as Haugo makes a stop there for Fargo North. Tonight's game brought to you in part by Roger Ward Moving and Storage. Have been proudly helping the region with their moving and storage needs since 1942. Find them online at rogerwardmovingandstorage.com. To schedule a move or to find a quote, Roger Ward Moving and Storage. 1st and 10 for the Saints from the north 40-yard line. Kralik under center. Rolling to his right under pressure. Throw it, got rid of it, and pass was incomplete, intended for Jackson Richter, the fullback. Haugo on the coverage there, but pressure was coming by Fargo North.
Yeah, they put pressure on him, and I think what they're picking up that bootleg pass. The Saints have done it about 4 times now, and finally I think the defensive coach for Fargo North is making a little bit of adjustments, and they were there right in the face of the quarterback, and they were right there with Haugo right in the face of Jackson Richter.
Now Kralik spreads out north, sends trips to his right, single receiver to the left. Kralik steps up, he's got room to run, angles towards the far sideline, throws out a stiff arm, and he's going to be ripped down at the 33-yard line. Boy, that was a violent tackle there by Finn Lynch. So bring up a 3rd now. Clock winds under a minute, 52 seconds to play.
Finn Lynch, you're right, he came up and grabbed a hold of his shoulder pads and just bulldogged him down, ripped the quarterback down. Kralik, he didn't exactly hit, he wasn't hitting him in the same speed that Vetter does. We just talked about Vetter going full speed. Well, Kralik was doing a little bit of tippy-toeing when he got to Finn Lynch.
So 3rd down and 3 for the Saints. Kralik under center. Here comes North. They come with the blitz. They run right by it. Here's Vetter on the carry, straight up the middle, down to the 25, 1st down and more, and St. Mary's read that one correctly. Fred Anderson makes a stop there for Fargo North.
Yeah, they went to the right side. He went right by the blitzing linebacker and got into that 2nd level, and Paul Vetter, again, I just love how hard this kid runs, Scott, and you can't judge a kid by size, 5'9", 165. This guy plays a lot bigger than that.
Appears this will be the last play of the opening quarter as the clock winds down to 3 seconds, and it will be. And that's going to end quarter number 1 here from Schmeeker Field on the campus of St. Mary's Central High School on the BNC Bank scoreboard. 1 quarter in the books. Fargo North 14, Saints 7, but they're on the move. Back with quarter number 2 after this timeout on the PSP Network.
I'm a grateful person on a lot of levels. I've been given so many great opportunities. But most of all, even as a little kid, I was taught a set of values. Like tools for life, hard work, responsibility, and the key to making it all work, commitment.
First Western Bank and Trust. You can bank on us.
The right way to top a sub is with real red wine vinegar made from red grapes and no food coloring. And the right way to film it is in slow motion. Obviously. Because authentic ingredients make a sub above.
This broadcast on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by
Well, out of the quarter break, we have penalty. Encroachment against North, so.
Saints have been going on 1 all day, and what do they do coming out of that timeout or at the quarter break? Coach Schmeek says, hey, we're going to go on 2, see if we can't get 1st and 5, and it worked.
So 1st and 5 now for the Saints as we start quarter number 2. Kralik Here comes the blitz by North. Kralik hands off. Here's Vetter on the carry over the left side, and he stumbles out close to the 15-yard line. St. Mary's now entering the Serve Pro red zone, 24/7 emergency service, trained technicians, advanced technology, fire and water cleanup and restoration. It's Serve Pro.
1 yard short of that first down, a little misdirection as kind of a counter. They've one jab step to the right for Paul Vetter. He came back to his left, ran through an arm tackle of Haugo.
Kralik sends two receivers to his right. Kralik rolling left, looking. Now he runs, and now he throws it. Sideline caught. Jackson Ross out of bounds. Kralik had to be near the line of scrimmage there, didn't he?
He was. The 15-yard line was a line of scrimmage, and he probably could have got to the 10. There was nobody ahead of him, but as good quarterbacks do, he said, hey, I got a receiver out there right on that sidelines, and good throw and catch. Another tippy-toeing on the sidelines. That time it was Jackson Ross with the first down pickup.
1st and goal to go from the 9-yard line. Just underway, quarter number 2. Saints on the move. Kralik goes under center. Paul Vetter.ci. Now they flop Kemple right side to the left side. Toss it. Vetter coming left. Breaks one tackle and falls forward. Flag is out, though. And will that be a holding call against St. Mary's?
On the line of scrimmage, Scott. I don't know if it's the left Marks, as you mentioned, and Kemple. They were the two guys on the outside where the official threw it right at them. That would be big, man. You get a holding call inside the 10-yard line. Yeah.
On the offense, that's a 10-yard penalty. Play third down.
And it's from the spot. So it'll stay first down, but still, that's just one of the things. You just cannot do that.
Nope, not in that situation.
There's holding going on every play. Let's be real, Scott. It had to be a blatant hold with a guy with his arm on, up out on the outside for official to call that inside the 10-yard line.
So now it'll be a first down and goal from the 19-yard line. Kralik. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. Kralik barts out the signals. Here comes North. They throw it, and wrong route there.
Well, you're supposed
Porter
to read that.
Turned upfield. Yep.
Gavin Miller is supposed to read that. That's a hot route where you got 2 linebackers blitzing. You got to read that, and you're supposed to do an out. And unfortunately, Gavin Miller didn't see it at all. The quarterback threw it to where he thought he was going to be, and Gavin Miller was running upfield with nobody around him.
Mind you, Hub International Insurance, our timeout sponsor. Hub is a leading North American insurance brokerage. Hub International Insurance, 355-3100. Here's Kralik, back to pass. He's thrown. He's got a man out in the corner. It's Willer, and caught. Touchdown, Willer in the corner of the end zone. Oh, was that an acrobatic catch?
Well, he was going to the left side, Scott. That was his strong side. He looked 1, 2, 3 guys, nobody there. He went to the backside and threw a perfect spiral, and he had to have Caden Willer run underneath it and, again, get his feet just inside the sidelines and gets into the end zone. What a throw by the quarterback, Tom Kralik, and a great read and a better catch by the wide receiver, Caden Willer.
And Willer catches a touchdown. Now he's going to size up the extra point. Snap, hold, kick is up. It appears good, and it is good. 11:02 to go in the opening half of play on the BNC Bank scoreboard. Saints 14, Spartans 14. Back after this timeout on the PSP Network.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA and SIPC. Investment advice offered through GWM Advisors, LLC, doing business as Goss Advisors, a registered investment advisor. GWM Advisors, LLC, and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
Touchdown timeout brought to you by Hubbard National Insurance. Hubbard National Insurance located at 4204 Boulder Ridge Road. in Northwest Bismarck. Tonight's game also brought to you in part by Prestwich Orthodontics, specializing in braces and Invisalign for all ages, who offer free consultation and financing options to make it easy to take your smile to the next level. Call 852-2646 or visit MyNotBraces.com today to get started with a free virtual consultation at Prestwich Orthodontics. And the kickoff goes out of bounds, so it will be good field position for Fargo North.
Yeah, I think they get it at the 35 or possibly the 40-yard line. But that drive, Scott, 10 plays, 3 minutes and 21 seconds, went 64 yards. They got 4 first downs. Ended up with a 21-yard touchdown pass from Tom Kralik. Kralik 6 of 9 for 67 yards right now in this first half.
So North comes out, tied at 14, 11:02 to go in the opening half. Ethan Welk, the quarterback. Sem wide left, Hannestead wide right. Haugo straight up over the right side, and he's driven backwards, but he gained a couple out to the 37.
On the stop for the Saints, number 8, Jackson Richter.
Richter on the stop there for the Saints.
This is actually Vetter, too, who was on that stop, and they are not at the line of scrimmage. North is controlling the line of scrimmage right now. Buck Miller, Jarsky, Johnson, Zander, Hagenes, they are getting a push.
2nd down and 8 for Fargo North. Ball spotted 37-yard line. Well, the option at Haugo. He's got room on the outside. 45. He's at midfield. Fights his way into Saints territory. Boy, he gets a full head of steam going, and he's tough to bring down. And is Peter Haugo.
Well, it's a triple option. First of all, you've got the fullback.
Yep.
Quarterback's reading that. Then you go to the outside, and then the quarterback reads the defensive end. And a great read there as he pitches it out to the pitchback, and there's nobody there. It was actually Jeremiah Sim who had the block on the outside on Caden Willer.
Williams in there now in the backfield. Miller alongside quarterback Welk. Back to pass Welk. Throws it out to the other side. That one's batted down. I didn't see who got his hand on it. I think it was big number 66, Chuck. Jacob Gettle was the one that batted that one down. Reminder to stay tuned for our halftime show, brought to you by our intermission report, Premier Chiropractic, Dr. Kirk Mason, Dr. Cody Haugen, Dr. Becky Perry Domries can be found at premierchiropracticnd.com. That coming up in 10 minutes and 15 seconds. 2nd down and 10 now for Fargo North. Well, they hand up. Williams going left, turns upfield, and gets it across. No, stood up at the 45-yard line. In there was Jack Berry. And Rude. Actually, that was Hank Berry, I do believe.
Yeah, and Logan Herman again. Herman getting a lot of PT today.
Hank Berry, the linebacker on the outside. 3rd and 7 now here for Fargo North. Appears a passing situation. Ball spotted Saints 44-yard line. Saints coming. They hand off Haugo, and he's trying to slip out of tackles, and he cannot do that. And he's going to be stood up for little or no gain, and from the all intents and purposes, it appears no gain.
First guy there, I think, was Gettle, Scott. He ran through his arm tackle, but he really slowed him down, and then Paul Vetter came up and went down to the knees and pulled him down.
4th down and 7, and Adam Rowland is going to appear to go for it here. On 4th and 7. Saints fans rise to their feet. Receiver split left and right. Jim Miller in the slot right. Rolling out. Well, he's under pressure. Breaks out of one tackle. Oh, now he's loose. 40, and he's not going to get the first down. He's going to be stood up. Good coverage there by the Saints as he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Hank Berry on the stop, and he eluded a sack way back in North territory by Jacob Gettle.
Yeah, he got by the sack, and then they had great coverage downfield. He had nobody to throw it to. He tried to get it with his feet, but smart play by Hank Berry as he came off his receiver to come in and hit the quarterback Ethan Welk short of that first down.
So the Saints take over on downs, 1st and 10 from their own 39-yard line. We're tied at 14 on the BNC Bank scoreboard. Kralik changed the play. Now he hands off. Vetter going to the nearest, cuts inside and runs over Fargo North defenders across the 45 out to the 47. Jarski on the stop there for Fargo North. A good gain. It'll be 2nd down and 3 for the Saints.
Paul Vetter, 8 carries now, 45 yards. He just keeps churning away, and we can't say enough about how hard he is to bring down. Just 5'9", but man, he really lowers himself down low to the ground, and it's hard to bring him down.
Kralik. Here comes Vetter to the other side. Turns upfield, and he's going to be close to a 1st down, is Vetter. Making the stop there. That was the Turner.
Vetter, he's the workhorse. He squared his shoulders, put 2 hands on the ball. Scott, I think he knew he had to get to that 50-yard line and just kept them feet churning. Got 3 yards and a 1st down.
Northern Plains Heating and Air sponsored tonight's game. Over 25 years of experience as your heating and air experts, as the factory authorized dealer for AeroSeal. There's no other choice to see your heating and air game other than Northern Plains Heating and Air. Find them online, northern-plains.com. Kralik fakes it, throws it out into the flat, caught by Willer, and Willer rolls forward across the 40 and down to the 37-yard line. Dosh makes the stop, another Saints 1st down. So the Saints on the move again here with 7.5 to play in quarter number 2.
Yeah, they take Porter. He's the inside receiver. He does a flag route to the outside. Then you have Willer on an end, and good timing route, good throw, good catch. Another 1st down.
1st and 10 now for the Saints. From their own the North 38, they show blitz. They throw it out. Ooh, that was dangerous. Almost picked off. Was Trogstead.
Pass intended for number 11, Caden Willer.
Pass intended for Caden Willer. So to bring up 2nd down and 10 for the Saints.
Same play. It worked last time. Let's go right back to it. But Krogstad said, "Fool me once."
Shame on me.
Yep.
So 2nd down and 10 now for the Saints on the 38-yard line of the Fargo North Spartans. Kralik barks out the signal. Ooh, ball's loose, and right there, right place, right time was Paul Vetter.
Yeah, they were both standing right there. I don't know if it was supposed to be a direct snap to Vetter or it was a snap to Kralik and a potential handoff, but either way, it hit somebody in the hands, fell forward, and Vetter, fortunately for the Saints, was right there to fall on it, but it was a 2-yard loss.
So now a big play here on 3rd down and 12, and I'm guessing if they don't get it, Dan Schmeeker will punt it away. As Kralik, he's got to hurry up. There's only 9 seconds on the play clock. They're going to have to call timeout.
Yeah, they have to, don't they? You don't want to rush that.
I think they have to.
Yep.
And we have a Hub International Insurance timeout on the field, our first of the game. Contact your local Hub agents, Josh Guttell or Michael Borman at 355-3100 for your personal and business insurance needs. And the BNC Bank scoreboard, 6:27 to go. Saints 14, Spartans 14. Back with more after this timeout on the PSP Network.
The right way to top a sub is with real red wine vinegar made from red grapes and no food coloring. And the right way to film it is in slow motion. Obviously. Because authentic ingredients make a sub above.
And finally, Agent Smith. He's in charge of restoring your property to its original state.
Well, tonight's game brought to you in part by the UPS store located in South Broadway in Minot. It's open Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 7, and Saturdays, 8:30 to 3. The UPS store is located in the Marketplace Foods Plaza for all your packing and shipping needs. Try to get you some updates at halftime. Also, our Premier Chiropractic halftime show coming up, focused on improving the health of Minot and surrounding areas through the most cutting-edge advances in natural health care today. That is Premier Chiropractic. 3rd down and 12 now. Kralik calls out the signals, rolling right, under pressure, throws it backside, and it hit Gettle. No, it hit, who was that? It hit Marks in the back of the jersey as they had a backside screen set up. But
yeah, and they had it set up right, but the quarterback rushed it because he had a guy in his face, and Vetter did not turn around. And, you know, it's kind of one of those pieces is you got to get your head around. And although maybe in his defense, maybe he was expecting to get out maybe to the hash markers before he had to, you know, turn around.
So what are we doing here now? Is that a new punter in? I thought Kralik was the punter, but it appeared he came out of the game.
Willer.
Oh, that's Willer. Little pooch kick. Oh, it takes a St. Mary's bounce, and it is going to be down at the 1 yard line. Hence the reason why Caden Willard punted that football.
Caden Willard, special teams.
Well, he's a guru, isn't he?
He is. Kickoff, extra points, obviously, and two punts tonight. One at the 11-yard line and one at the 1 yard line.
Hey, but are you talking about that by chance? Are you hungry by chance? Is that why you...
Quit talking about that. Quit baiting me.
We'll try to get you up to date on some other scores across the state at halftime as we've got 6:13 to play in this one. In the opening half, I should say. And North is going to have their ears pinned here as they're going to have it first down and 10 from their own 1 yard line. Welk goes under center. I'm guessing he's going to sneak
fumble.
it. Fumbled it.
I'm not so sure his knee wasn't down in the end zone. It was really close. The official's going to say that he got outside of it, but I'd love to see a replay on that baby.
Oh, boy.
They lost the football, and it was right about at the goal line. He scooped it up and got it across the goal line back to the original line of scrimmage.
Oh, boy, Chuck, you got to believe, as you said, if you got it ball marked on the 1, you're actually snapping it into the end zone.
Yeah, exactly.
So 2nd down and 10 now after the miscue. Now Welk goes under center. Saints show blitz. Here they come. Welk hands off Haugo. He's got some room trying to get to the edge. Breaks one tackle, and he's out near the 15-yard line. It's a first down.
On the carry, number 32, Ethan Laturner.
Who? Oh, that wasn't Laturner.
That was Haugo. Whoever's spotting, Scott, they're not spotting right, okay? There's been a lot of wrong numbers, FYI, but it was Haugo, and he was lined up on that right side. The quarterback got all the way out to the tackle spot to get it to him, and he just bounced to the outside and ran through an arm tackle at Willer.
Spartans have some room now. Clock winds, 5:17. Welk goes under center. They toss it. Haugo going over the left side and running right through some tacklers there. Across the 20, falls forward near the first down. And they're going to give it to him as he had to get to the 22. On the stop was Derek Rude there for the Saints.
Well, Derek Rude, he's on the line of scrimmage. He's a defensive end. He's only 180. Haugo's 200. You can see, I mean, he's running through some arm tackles right now.
And Haugo's got some speed to him too.
Yeah, absolutely. 8 carries now for Haugo. He's got 58 yards so far in the first half.
Well, the leading receiver out in the EDC has yet to been thrown to. They toss it. Williams, far side, spins off tacklers, and he's going to pick up a couple out to the 25. Jackson Richter makes a stop there for the Saints. Clock winds to 4.5 to play here on homecoming night.
Yeah,
Schmeeker Field.
And Williams, he's even got 50 yards on 4 carries. Toss play to Williams, pulled a couple guards, but Saints, good job getting in there. Jackson Richter, their leading tackler on defense.
2nd down and 8 now for Fargo North. Running backs left and right. Welk, they hand off. Nope. Welk keeps it, goes straight up the middle, and dives close to the 30-yard line. He's going to be stopped there, so it'll be a 3rd down and 5 to go. Jacob Gettle on the stop there for the Saints. So big defensive play here. The Saints still with 2 timeouts left.
Gettle read that one very well, as he was the guy on the fake handoff, and they did not give it to Williams, but then he got back, tracked the quarterback down from behind, and pulled Welk down for a short gain.
3rd down and 4. Saints fans making some noise here. Ethan Welk, the 6-foot junior quarterback. Hago coming right, and he made a lot. No, he got a yard out to the 30. Great defensive pursuit there. How about Hank, Barry, and Gettle on the stop, and now North's going to have to punt the football away.
You know, that was just quarterback or Coach Adam Rowland saying, hey, we believe our guys up front. You got 6 yards on 3rd and 6, and you get the handoff, and great job by Gettle. We've been calling his name time and time again, Scott. Big play right there by the senior defensive end.
Back to receive this one is Paul Vetter. Oh, bad snap, goes into the end zone. Miller trying to get it out of there. Miller, he's going to try to punt it away, and he does so, and it gets it out to the – goes down. It's down in Saints territory, but, boy, give Miller a lot of credit there as he did what he had to do.
Yeah, what a play. The ball was snapped over his head. He goes all the way back into the end zone. The Saints didn't have much of a rush on it all, Scott, so it allowed the punter, Miller, to outrace one would-be tackler for the Saints and then kick it on the run and get it across the 50-yard line to the 46. So he's still, only a 24-yard punt, but, man, it could have been ugly.
I got to tell you, I had to tell you, Chuck, they had me faked out. I thought that was a fake. I was looking for the football, then I see everybody running back towards the end zone. I'm like, oh, okay.
What happened to it?
Here's Kralik. Motions Miller left to right. Kralik rolling to his right. Pressure from the backside. He's got a man. Oh, he threw it behind Porter. Incomplete at the 39-yard line. As he had pressure coming from that backside by Fargo North. That looked like it was LaTurner.
As a misread, as there was double coverage on Porter. Sometimes as a young quarterback, you get your eyes locked in on your favorite receiver, and you don't read it right because he had a Willer wide open on a stop pattern about 8 yards down.
So 2nd down and 10 after the incompletion. Ball spotted on the 46-yard line of the Saints, 2.5 to play. Miller goes in motion again. Kralik rolling to his right. Here they come from the backside, throws it underneath, and turning upfield was Willer, but he turned upfield too quickly as he dropped the football in North territory at the 48-yard line.
I'm not so sure that Krogstad didn't get a hand on that one, Scott, as they go right back to that. The offensive coordinator said, hey, we had Willer wide open in the flat. Let's go right back at him. And quarterback hits him. Willer turns upfield, and they got the cornerback Krogstad comes up, and I think he hit it out of his hands.
So bring up 3rd down and 10 now for the Saints. A lot of passing in this one.
7 of 14, Kralik for 79 yards, but the last 4 have been incomplete.
Kralik on 3rd and 10. Here comes the blitz. He steps up, eludes it on the move. He throws it on the move. He's got Willer out there. Oh, no, that's Porter. He overthrew him at the 20-yard line.
It was good coverage, though, Scott. On the outside, they couldn't see the number. Who was, I think it might have been Finn Lynch.
31.
Okay,
yep.
31 for Fargo North. We had really good coverage. Tanner Killen, they thank you for the lights. Well, that makes a difference.
Yes, how about that, huh? Does that help a little bit?
Turn on the lights. But almost threaded the needle, the quarterback, as he was running for his life.
Hannestead and Dosh back to receive the punt. Oh, he kicked it right into the back of his own player. And there is a special teams mistake as Kralik kicked it right into the back of the two upbacks.
Oh, boy.
So, wow, with 2:12 to go, how the tide has turned.
Well, do you call it a block punt when you kick it in your own guy?
I don't know how you score that one. And now keep in mind is that this was the same thing happened on North. It was a high snap. Miller did a good job of getting it out of there.
And look how big that was now.
And now what that sets up is North. You're giving them 2 minutes where they have the opportunity to score, and they get the ball coming out of halftime.
I think they have 3 timeouts. Yeah,
3 timeouts left. So here comes Fargo North. Welk leading the way, the quarterback, the junior. Hands off. That's Williams straight up the middle, breaking tackles, fighting his way down close to, across the 20 down to the 18-yard line.
Just good straight ahead running there by Fargo North, and they running over the left side. A senior Jackson Hagenis and Jordan Zander open up a big hole as they double teamed the front tackle Jacob Gettle for the Saints.
2nd down and 2 to go. Williams again. straight up the middle. Ooh, shook one tackle. Looked like he was going to go free. Got the first down across the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
On the stop, number 66, Jacob Gettle.
Gettle makes a stop, but the clock stops at 1:40 to play in the half.
It's back-to-back hard runs by Williams, picking up that first down.
Fargo North inside the ServPro Red Zone, 24/7 emergency service, trained technicians, advanced technology, fire and water cleanup and restoration. It's ServPro. Here's Haugo back in there. Oh, he's breaking tackle. Shifty run there by Haugo down to the 5. Short of the first down. Paul Vetter makes the stop.
You know, how about that for just luxury for Coach Rowland that he's got Haugo, and Haugo's playing both ways, right? So he has a little tired, so what do? You bring in Williams, a senior, who's 195 pounds and runs just as hard as Haugo does.
So clock winds to 55 seconds. Welk goes under center, hands off. Here's Haugo. Oh, what a great play there. That's Richter. As he brought Haugo down for a loss in the backfield.
Good call by Coach Toby Schweitzer, the defensive coordinator. Runs a little run blitz by Jackson Richter.
And now we're going to have a Hub International Insurance timeout on the field, and we're going to keep it right here with just 40 seconds to play. Call Hub International Insurance today for all your personal and business insurance needs. Hub International Insurance, 355-3100. Tonight's game brought to you in part also by Jersey Mike's. Make sure to vote for this week's Jersey Mike's Player of the Week on the PSP Network Facebook page. Jersey Mike's, they're a sub above.
So let me finish that comment, Scott. We talked about Hall of Famer and Mike and Mark Schmalz's dad. So he makes this comment. He says, "Hey, I'm in the Hall of Fame, but you know what? Athletic ability in my family, it skipped a generation, went to the grandkids, and we know as grandkids, hockey studs. In the two Schmalz's, one's playing for the Phoenix Coyotes, one's playing. Jordan Schmalz is also in the in the NHL, or he's in one of the divisions below. And Mark Schmalz's son plays for UND. Mike Schmalz's daughter played. One of the granddaughters played volleyball at Kentucky.
After this play, I got a little message that I'm supposed to read to you as well. Here we go. 3rd down and 5 to go. Ball spotted on the 8-yard line. Welk on the keeper. Over the left side, fights his way close to the first down. They say the ball came out. I didn't
see it. It was really late. They are saying it came out.
Oh, it did? Okay.
I think the quarterback was reaching to try to get that first down, Scott. And instead, ball got knocked out in a recovery by the Saints.
Hey, I'm supposed to tell you. Sam Fedorchak.
Yes.
A couple guys listening up at Grouse Camp, Chuck. They got lasagna, garlic bread, and Caesar salad being prepped right now.
Knock it off. I don't need to hear that.
You can road trip, and I'll finish the game for you, all right?
Beautiful. Come get me.
Boy, that sounds good. That sounds like a fantastic meal. Glad to have them tuning in up in Grouse Camp, wherever that may or may not be. Who knows?
Grouse Camp. That sounds like a cabbie party for women. Sorry.
32.2 to play. And I think we've got another Hub International Insurance timeout on the field. We do. Contact your local Hub agents, Josh Cattell or Michael Borman, at 355-3100 for your personal business insurance needs. 32.2 to play. Back with the final of quarter number 2 after this timeout on the PSP Network.
The right way to top a sub is with real red wine vinegar made from red grapes and no food coloring. And the right way to film it is in slow motion. Obviously. Because authentic ingredients make a sub above.
And finally, Agent Smith. He's in charge of restoring your property to its original state.
Welcome back to Schmeeker Field. 32.2 to play in the opening half. A fumble deep in Saints territory by North gives St. Mary's a ball, and they're going to make the wise choice, and they're going to sit on this one as Dan Schmeeker doesn't want to have anything happen. Also, keep in mind on the PSP Network, you can flop back and forth as Nick Holberg has the call for you. Century on the road up at Minot. And again, we'll try to update you on some scores. Legacy and Bismarck High doing battle across town over at the MDU Resources Community Bowl. And it appears that is going to be the final play of the opening half from Schmeeker Field on homecoming night. And that it will be as the clock hits 0:00, and that'll take us in to our Premier Chiropractic halftime report. Dr. Kirk Mason, Dr. Cody Haugen, and Dr. Becky Perry-Darmers can be found at PremierChiropracticND.com. At halftime on the BNC Bank scoreboard, St. Mary's 14, Fargo North 14. Back with our Premier Chiropractic intermission report after this timeout on the PSP Network.
I'm a grateful person on a lot of levels. I've been given so many great opportunities. But most of all, even as a little kid, I was taught a set of values. Like tools for life, hard work, responsibility, and the key to making it all work, commitment.
First Western Bank and Trust. You can bank on us.
The right way to top a sub is with real red wine vinegar made from red grapes and no food coloring. And the right way to film it is in slow motion. Obviously. Because authentic ingredients make a sub above.
This broadcast on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by
Welcome back to our Premier Chiropractic halftime report. Focus on improving the health of Minot and surrounding areas through the most cutting-edge advances in natural health care today. That's Premier Chiropractic, as we are tied at 14 at the break, as you'll see on the field now. The St. Mary Saints introducing the homecoming court as it is homecoming here for the St. Mary Saints. And so far, their football team hasn't let anybody down. And Chuck, interesting couple, big miscues by the special teams. Some big plays by the offense. So we had a little bit of everything in there. A little mixed bag of things in that first half for both these two football teams.
Well, I think St. Mary's knows that North's for real. North, shifty quarterback in Ethan Welk, and between Haugo and John Williams, these two guys have ran extremely hard, and give credit to the guys up front because there have definitely been some holes, and including tight end Carter Zeller. He's done a really good job being an additional lineman because they haven't thrown the football to him. I mean, interesting enough, they only have one completion. That's the first throw of the game that goes for the touchdown. Doesn't throw another completion the rest of the first half, but that's because they were so successful rushing the football. And to me, the Saints dodge a bullet. I mean, at the end,
big time.
Huge tackle for loss by Jackson Richter, and then a hit as the quarterback Welk was kind of leaning forward trying to pick up that first down on the 5-yard line, and I couldn't see who hit him, but Sam Fedorchuk with a huge fumble recovery to stop a potential touchdown.
And where I think that's big, Chuck, as we said, is if North goes in there and they make it 21-14. They come out of the break. They have they deferred. They have the opening kick, and who knows what could happen. They could come out and throw that same play they did to start the game, and it could be 28-14 just like that. So remember that play late in the game and how big of a play that actually really was.
Yeah, exactly. I wish we could have tracked down the guy who made the hit potentially to hit that recovery, but just getting resilient Saints defense, making a play when it counts and giving them the opportunity to not or to stop that potential touchdown, go-ahead touchdown before that end of the first half.
Well, another good crowd here on homecoming night. We can give you a couple scores that we have. This was about 12 minutes ago. It was 4:58 left in the half. It was 24-7 Legacy over Bismarck High. And then up in Minot, I believe that one's gone to halftime. Century and Minot tied at 12 up in the Magic City. So, I don't know, the Century Patriots, Chuck, reeling for a win, as are the Bismarck Demons. And it certainly seems right now that Century's given Minot all they can handle. But, boy, I tell you, been a long time, Chuck. I don't think ever that we've seen Century and Bismarck High start 0-6 on the season.
Well, I can tell you that it was 2005 since the last time the Century Patriots were 0-3, and 1979 since the Demons were 0-3. So, I mean, you're going way back. You're going way back to when we were just pups, 13 years old back in the day. So that makes it 42 years the Demons were 0-3. So, tough times for Coach Mark Gibson. I know his guys are playing hard, but they're definitely struggling this year.
Yeah, no question about it. Well, our Premier Chiropractic halftime show rolls on with more when we come back. Chuck will have a look at the first half numbers. On the BNC Bank scoreboard at the break, it's St. Mary's 14, Fargo North 14. Back with more after this timeout on the PSP Network.
All right, bring it up. Come on. Someone's got to call a play. All right, let's go. I right, zoom, spider 2, Y banana. You don't like that one? Okay. I right 40 power? No. You don't want that one either? All right, go kick off. Get out of here. Let's go.
First Western is your independent community bank with all the online conveniences you want and an experienced team you can count on.
First Western Bank and Trust. You can bank on us.
What you're witnessing actually happens. This is a sad story about bad math.
Bad math?
Does your online company include mounting?
You can't beat the online pricing.
When you have the mounting, the shipping, and all the extras, it's just simple math. We guarantee the lowest prices. Our Plus Plan is simply better, a less expensive way to buy tires. Thinking tires? Think Tires Plus.
Great smiles come from Vibetta Orthodontics. Vibetta Orthodontics is a certified Invisalign provider. Invisalign fits your budget and your lifestyle. Braces for children, teens, and adults with affordable monthly payments. Schedule your complimentary consultation and exam by logging on to VibettaOrthodontics.com or by calling 701-839-6010.
Great smiles come from Vibetta Orthodontics.
Welcome back to Schmeeker Field. Chuck Claremont and Scott Woodmansey. We're at halftime. The Premier Chiropractic halftime. Dr. Kirk Mason, Dr. Cody Haugen, and Dr. Becky Perry-Donries can be found at premierchiropracticnd.com. Focus on improving the health of the Minot and surrounding areas through the most cutting-edge advances in natural health care today. Halftime, we're all tied up. The Fargo North Spartans and the St. Mary Saints at 14 as these halftime statistics, they go like this. The St. Mary Saints, they were led by Paul Vetter. Paul Vetter, 10 carries, 46 yards. Only other guy to touch the football in the first half in the rushing perspective is Thomas Kralik. He had 3 carries for 4 yards. He did have a 2-yard touchdown run, the first touchdown for the Saints. Kralik throwing was 7 of 15, 79 yards. He had a 21-yard touchdown pass to Caden Willer. He did have his last 5 passes. They were all incompleted, so see if he comes out a little hotter and a little finer in that second half. Catching the football, or receiving the football for the Saints, Caden Willer, 3 catches for 40 yards, 21-yard touchdown catch for him. Matt Porter has 2 receptions for 17 yards. Jackson Richter, 1 for 17. 17s are wild as Jackson Ross has 2 catches for 17 yards. On the Fargo North Spartan side, they were really running the football very well, as Peter Haugo had 11 carries for 65 yards in that first half. John Williams, great job off the bench for him. 6 carries, 62 yards, and a 29-yard touchdown run. Ethan Welk, 5 carries for 33 yards. Welk in the air, 1 of 4, 63 yards, but that was a touchdown pass, and it went to Carson Hennestead on the first play from the line of scrimmage for the Fargo North Spartans. For the team statistics, first for the Saints, 13 rushes for 50 yards, 7 completions for 79 yards. That's 28 total plays for 129 yards in the first half. For the Spartans, they had 22 rushes for 160. Just 1 completion, but that went for 63 yards. So they ran 26 plays, but almost doubled up in the Saints. They had 26 plays for 223 yards. So 223 to 129. There was 1 fumble for the Spartans, and that was a big one in that first half. And 3 punts for the Spartans, 2 punts average of about 26 yards. 3 punts for the Saints, average 37 yards. 3 penalties for the Spartans for 15. The Saints just 1 for 10. Saints have the first down battle as they have 9 first downs compared to 7 for North. 2 sacks in back-to-back series for Fargo North. Those were both by Ethan LaTurner. Saints don't have a sack, but they do have a tackle for loss, a big one by Jackson Richter late in that first half. Touchdown drives, let's touch those scoring plays real quick. First of all, it was Hannestead the North Spartans on their very first possession. They got on the scoreboard quickly with a 63-yard touchdown throw from Ethan Welk to Hannestead. That was at 10:16 of the first half. The extra point by Watson was good. The Saints came right back 2 possessions later after a great a punt return by Paul Vetter. Got him a short field in the 26-yard line. 5 plays later, it was a 2-yard touchdown plunge by quarterback Thomas Kralik. The extra point by Willer was good. That made it 7-all at the 5:40 mark. And then Fargo North, they came right back, punched the Saints in the mouth on their next possession, their 3rd possession in the first half, as they go 80 yards on 6 plays. 2 minutes and 57 seconds, picked up 3 first downs and a big 29-yard TD run, that time by John Williams. And kick again by Watson was good, so he's 19 of 20 in the season. That made it 14-7 with 2:35. That's how the first quarter ended. The Saints took over on their next possession, so their 4th possession on the 36-yard line, and that was the best drive of the first half for the Saints. They go right down the field. They marked 64 yards in 10 plays. They got a couple penalties and one on themselves, a big 10-yard holding penalty. That took it back to second, and it was actually first down and 22. And what do they do? Or 21. What do? They go 21 yards on a beautiful throw and catch from the quarterback Kralik to a diving receiver in Caden Willer in the right corner of the end zone. He catches that at the 3:21 mark, or the 11:02 mark, of the second quarter. That was Willer. The kick was good again by Willer. That made it 14-all and no score in the rest of that first half. Each team had the ball 3 more times as we get to halftime, and we're all knotted up at 14.
Yeah, an updated score is gone to halftime at the Bowl. It's Legacy over Bismarck High, 24-7. Wapaton leading Horace 28-7. Let's give you another on 11A side. Jamestown leading Watford City 19-0 at the half. Another local team in action. Shiloh leads Bowman County 14-7. Davies up 7-6 at half over West Fargo. And must still be come out of halftime. Still tied up 12-12, our Century and Minot. Well, we await the start of the second half here St. Mary's back on the field, and we'll have that after this timeout on the PSP Network at the break. On the BNC Bank scoreboard, St. Mary's 14, Fargo North 14. Back with more after this timeout from Schmeeker Field.
Hi, I'm Agent Simon Irv Pro with CRSF. What is CRSF? We're the Cleanup and Restoration Special Forces.
Hoorah!
We're ServPro's first responders to your property's disaster. Admit it, you're no good at handling disaster alone. Like when you got dumped in high school by Janet Fillmore. She married 3-time world champion yodeler Jovan Bovic. With the Janet disaster, you didn't have a team. Now, you have a team. Elite ServPro operatives, highly trained in disaster cleanup and restoration. If it's fire damage, Agent Fred Iyer. From burnt to unburnt, he does that. But oh wait, it's water. Boom, Agent Winston Otter. He's been called the human sponge. But Simon, what about mold? Agent Marlon Old. He holds the world record for fastest mold remediation. And finally, Agent Smith. He's in charge of restoring your property to its original state. So if you sprung a leak, lit your curtains on fire, or your insulation looks like week old bagels, call ServPro.
In southwestern and south central North Dakota, on any given day at any given moment, a Dakota Community Bank and Trust customer is logging in or signing on to do their online or mobile banking. We believe that community banking can blend both the past with down-home customer service in-house and the future with modern banking conveniences and technology for our customers anywhere, like here or here, all while honoring our long-standing tradition of community-first oriented banking here at Dakota Community Bank and Trust.
Ackerman Esvold, your neighbors, friends, and family who are working for you. The local team with local availability and accountability for all of your engineering, architecture, environmental, transportation, and land development needs. Your project can rely on Ackerman Esvold. Find them online at ackermanesvold.com. When you start your project, talk with Ackerman Surveying and Associates. Our experienced surveying team guides you in the right direction with planning, platting, and lot and boundary surveys. The trusted name in land surveying, the trusted name in architecture and engineering is Ackerman Surveying and Ackerman Esvold. Find them at ackermanesvold.com.
Welcome back to our Premier Chiropractic Intermission Report. Dr. Kirk Mason, Dr. Cody Haugen, and Dr. Becky Perry-Darmas can be found at Premier Chiropractic ND. We're tied at 14 as we await the second half kickoff. Hey, be sure to check out the PSP Network on all of our social media platforms, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. You'll find the PSP Network there, and go PSP Network and find our upcoming schedule for the fall, as it's a full one with lots of fall sports taking place. Some of them are winding down already. But we've got 2 quarters of football to play here. It's been a good one so far as we're tied at 14 on the BNC Bank scoreboard.
Well, the key to the second half for the Saints, stop the run, right? As they, I mean, it's been big.
I didn't see how many yards did Haugo have in that opening.
65 yards for Haugo, but John Williams had 62,
okay,
and Welk, the quarterback, had 33. So they have done a really good job between the three of them on that.
Well,
that triple option.
You know, I think one of the interesting things, Chuck, is you look at Fargo North. You know, I mean, obviously they're rushing. You know, they rush for 275 a game, throw it for 134. But as you said, you know, they threw that one pass to start the game for touchdown. We haven't seen him throw the football yet. And you know, you talk about Sim, the playmaker that he is. He hadn't been involved in this offense other than throwing blocks. So it'll be interesting to see what Adam Rowland does here in this second half and see if he gets the passing game a little bit more involved in this offense.
I think he's going to have to, because to me the Saints are going to put they're going to start put 8 in the box, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
really,
exactly.
They've got to figure out a way to stop that option because, I mean, the quarterback is doing just an awesome job, and Ethan Walk reading it, whether it's giving it to the fullback or the first guy through in Haugo or the second guy in a pitch to Williams. Williams seems to be the guy consistently that's in that pitch spot or pulling it and running it on the backside himself. So I tell you what, I give Ethan Walk, the junior quarterback, a lot of credit for running that option. That is not easy to do.
Yeah, no question. Well, Adam Rowland is talking to the officials about something, and
they're bringing in Gerald Vetter, the Saints. Well, I don't know what's Vetter's role now with the Saints. He's the
yeah, I'm not even exactly sure, but I don't know if they're talking about something in.
I don't know. It was homecoming today for the Saints. Jacob Gettle and let's see, he was a homecoming king, so he's played well.
Kralik was in the court as well.
And Gabrielle Mann was the homecoming queen for the Saints. So congratulations to you and Vettel. Gettle's playing he's doing a really good job playing a game today. So sometimes you hear coaches, I know I think of Mark Gibson time and time again talking about, I can't stand homecoming. You know, it's just a distraction. The halftime's this much longer. And
well, I noticed the Saints are minus one of their offensive coaches who's normally to the right of us. I'm guessing I know where he is. Matt Pitts.
Okay, where is he? Oh,
I'm guessing
he's down in Arizona.
I think he's down in Arizona
Tucson?
right now. Yeah, as that'll be interesting to see all that one. Well, hey, it's actually North Dakota in Arizona. I think University of North Dakota.
Play Northern Arizona.
Yeah. So
I don't think he's at that game.
No, I would agree with that. We're about ready
following that one tomorrow.
I'm sure. As Willer gets set to kick it away, back to receive are Hannestead and Parker Dash for North.
There's no wind today either, Scott.
And it's a low kick, and Hannestead runs up at the 15, 20, 25, 30, breaks 35, 40. Look out, 45. He's at midfield, and Willer has to wrap him up, and just like that, a quick start for Fargo North, and they'll start 1st and 10 inside St. Mary's territory, tied at 14 on the BNC Bank scoreboard.
Well, the kickoff return team is doing a really good job for Fargo North. The last time they had a similar return by Hannestead that got brought all the way back because of a hold, but not this time, as he picks up 41 yards on that kickoff return.
So here come the Spartans and quarterback Ethan Welk. Sem split wide left, Parker Dash wide right. Welk fakes the pass. They're going to go right down the sideline, throws it underneath. Caught. That's the tight end, the big fella, Carter Zeller. And he's run out of bounds at the 30-yard line. So just like that, Chuck, we talked about the pass. And Adam Rowland decides to use it on his first play, picks up the first down.
It got set up where you had Hannestead running that fly pattern, and everybody just kind of went to him. And what'd you do? You took the tight end, you brought him to the outside, and he was wide open for an out pattern.
Now at 1st and 10 now from the 30. They give it. Haugo going left, slipping tackles, and he's wrapped up by Barry.
On the carry, number 36.
Short of the 25-yard line, 26.
Barry.
Hank Barry on the stop, bring up 2nd down, and appears about 6 to go.
It's funny how those passes, every little pass like that, it totally opens up those runs.
Yep. So 2nd down, they've got 5 on the board, but it looks more like it's 2nd down and 6 as Williams and Miller line up alongside Welk. They fake it to William, back to pass. And they throw it out to the sideline, pass intended for Sem. And that goes incomplete, so that'll bring up a 3rd down and 6 to go for North.
He was wide open too, Scott, just rushed a little bit by the quarterback Welk, threw off that back foot, and you can see Sim, I think he's a little frustrated right now, Scott.
Yeah, he sure is. Comes back, it's a high five from his basketball running mate, Carter Zeller.
Zeller, Haugo, Hannestead, they all played basketball for North, who, boy, I had to talk about a couple tough losses in the state tournament.
Yeah, they did. 3rd and 5, big play here for the Saints D. They throw it on screen to Sem. Sem trying to make it happen in the open field, and he's not gonna, as he's gonna be wrapped up for little or no gain. That's a great open field tackle there by Caden Willer.
Yeah, Willer, he stayed right with the hips as Sem tried to give him a shimmy shake, and he went right down low. Perfect form tackle as they just tried to get the ball to Sim and said, hey, see what you can do, but just a 1-yard pickup.
So Adam Rowland's going to go for it here on 4th and 5 from the Saints' 25-yard line. Ball spotted left hash. Ooh, this time they split Zeller and Sem out wide right. Haugo the lone back. Welk rolling to his right. He's under pressure. He throws it underneath. He's got Zeller at the 15. Zeller turns upfield 10-5 and out of bounds at about the 4-yard line. It's Zeller. A big pitch and catch there. It's 1st and goal for North. They are inside the ServPro red zone. 24/7 emergency service, trained technicians, advanced technology, fire and water cleanup and restoration. It's ServPro.
Well, that's that same pattern where you run off the cornerbacks, you get them going backwards, and then you bring the tight end underneath on an out route.
1st and goal to go from the 7-yard line. Welk hands off. Miller going right, and he's going to be wrapped down by Gettle for a loss.
Gettle and Vetter, homecoming king, and his court making a big play as they're not able to block Gettle right now. The defensive end, 6'3", 220.
So that'll bring up 2nd down and goal to go from the 11-yard line. Clock winds, the 9:45 to go, quarter number 3. Ethan Welk. Haugo behind him. They dump it underneath. There's Miller. He catches, turns upfield, but he's going to be brought down. After a gain of a couple, he's going to be brought down at the 8-yard line.
Richter and Gavin Miller, good play there. Fake that handoff to Miller, and then Miller goes in the flat, and Gavin Miller, the strong safety, he was right there to bring him down for just a short gain of, 3 in the play.
3rd and goal to go from the 8. Toby Schweitzer sends in the defensive call. We'll see what they do. Welk. Back to pass. Looking, steps up. He throws. Ooh, and that was in and out of the hands of Willer at the 3-yard line.
Yeah, that was.
Ooh.
He read that all. I think it was Ross. Jackson Ross
read
it all
okay.
the way. He stepped in
was.
front of the receiver, and it went right through his hands. He was looking at pay dirt, Scotty.
Yes, he was.
He saw nobody inside the yard lines. So now we got Watson with an attempted field goal attempt of just 25 yards.
Yeah, Watson.
Should be a chip shot for him.
From the right hash. Kick is up. Oh, and it hits the crossbar, and it goes over. It hit the right.
Yeah, the standard.
The standard, and it fell over, and so Watson from 25 yards out, his field goal is good. 8:50 to go on the BNC Bank scoreboard, quarter number 3. North strikes first. They lead 17-14. Back with more after this timeout on the PSP Network.
Every 10 minutes, 3 people in the United States will die from a preventable incident. More people are dying on our roadways and in their homes than ever before, but that's where the North Dakota Safety Council can help. Safety is our mission, from the workplace to any place. We're a private nonprofit that offers more than 150 training courses that are dynamic, hands-on, and effective. From CPR and first aid to driver safety and even workplace violence preparedness, we want to make sure your loved ones come home safe each night. Go to ndsc.org to see how together we can make a difference.
A 25-yard field goal by Max Watson, and that gives the Spartans a 3-point lead at 17-14 as Watson will kick it away. Vetter's going to return it from his own 5. 10, 15, 20. Fights his way close to the 25, and he's going to be gang tackled right around the 23-yard line.
Number 20, Paul Vetter. He's brought down
and that's
30,
where St. Mary's
Friedel.
will start. 1st and 10 from their own 23-yard line. Tonight's game brought to you in part by Pressrich Orthodontics, specializing in braces and Invisalign for all ages. We offer free consultations and financing options to make it easy to take your smile to the next level. Call 852-2646 or visit whiteoutbraces.com today to get started with a free virtual consultation. Prestwich Orthodontics. Here come the Saints on 1st and 10 from their own 24-yard line. Kralik rolling to his left, sets, throws it underneath, and it's going to be picked off by the Spartans at the 31-yard line. That's Krogstad on the interception. So a miscue there by the Saints offense, and the Fargo North's offense is in business once again.
They tried to roll out to the left, but Adam Jarski, the defensive end, he had pushed upfield and forced the quarterback Kralik to stop shorter than he wanted to, and then the ball sailed over the top of the receiver and right to Trogstad, who was just standing there at the 36-yard line.
So now the Spartans get the football back, leading by 3, 17-14 on the BNC Bank scoreboard. As here comes the North offensive unit. Ethan Welk. Handoff, Williams. Williams stutter steps away to the line of scrimmage, and he's going to be stood up. Ooh, and he's bent backwards. That's literally bent backwards. Yeah, I was going to say that one did not. Now he's going to get up.
Yeah, Will Marks, just what a play he made. Got into the backfield. The nose guard going against Rowan Johnson fought him off, and then Williams tried to go to the backside, and Will Marks was not letting that happen.
I stand corrected. Pitts is out in Portland hanging with the other Pitts. That's
okay.
Boy, I'll tell you what, that's a dynamic. That's a dynamic duo there.
Kathy or who?
Nope, that's his brother.
Okay.
Oh, under pressure. Oh, and he's going to be brought down as Welk.
That's got to be
pumped
a flag.
It and held it.
There's nobody there. It's got to be a flag.
And on the sack there for the Saints, big number 64, Derek Rude.
Yeah, there you go. Good call. As Rude was a delayed. He didn't get there initially, Scott. He was blocked, and then the quarterback took a lot of time to throw because the Saints defense did a great job in the coverage. And then, boy, what a good head of steam that Rude made. He went from 0 to 60 quickly and got right in the face of Ethan Welk, and Welk just tried to throw it away, and the officials were right there. They talked to each other and said, nope, that's loss of down. So they're going to go, 15 yards? Is that what it turns out? Yeah, 15 must be a 15-yard penalty.
So now.
And loss of down.
Yep, that brings up 3rd and a whole bunch as they've got to get it out down inside the Saints' 24-yard line. 3rd and a whole bunch. Ball spotted from their own 49. Welk back to pass. Looking, he steps up across the middle. He's got a man out there, and it's caught and fighting towards the first down. And it appears he's got it on the reception. That was Joe Rose.
Joe Rose, a backup tight end, as Rose just sneaked past the line of scrimmage into the middle and just kind of set up. Quarterback had his eyes on him the whole way. Grabs it. Saints could have pulled him down short of the first down, but he's big. Joe Rose, you said big. He's big, Scotty. He's 6'3", 2 1/4. They could not bring him down. 25-yard pickup.
1st down and 10. They hand off Haugo. Oh, he breaks tackles. Now he tried to get to the jump to the outside, and Barry is right there to wrap him up.
Barry, pretty sure hands tonight. He's made a number of tackles, Scott. A lot of one-on-one tackles.
Well, and the Saints defense, too, Chuck, has been on the field a lot here in this third quarter play with 7 minutes to play in quarter number 3. 17-14, Spartans lead on the BNC Bank scoreboard. Here's Welk on 2nd down and 6. Saints show blitz. Welk, here's Haug over the right side, cuts inside, breaks the tackle, still on his feet, spins off another one, still moving, and he's all the way down near the 10-yard line of the Saints, and once again inside the Serve Pro red zone is Fargo North, 24/7 emergency service, trained technicians, advanced technology, fire and water cleanup and restoration. It's Serve Pro.
9-yard pickup, and he just went through a number of tackles. That had to be at least 5 missed tackles by the Saints, Scott. I think you said it best that they're tired. They've been on the field a little bit.
They certainly
and
are.
The arm tackles aren't working right now.
So 1st down and 10 from the 12-yard line of the Saints. Here's Welk. Hands off Williams straight up the middle. He's wrapped up, and that was Gettle making the stop there for St. Mary's, but that was after a gain of about 3.
Probably one of the first misreads by the quarterback is as handoff to Haugo, and Haugo was right in the face of Gettle. And Gettle, talk about a good game. This guy's been all over the field tonight. I bet you he's got probably 7 tackles tonight.
So 2nd down and 7 now for the Spartans. Back to pass. Welk looking back in the corner of the end zone. He's got a man. Oh, he overthrows him. The intended receiver back there. That was David Schilling. And
well over the head of Schilling as Schilling was running
an
in route along the back side of the end zone, and the ball just sailed, almost hit the crossbar.
If it's any consolation here, it's if the Saints can hold him here on 3rd and 7, more than likely Coach Rowland's going to kick a field goal, and it's still a 1-score game.
Sims man-to-man on the outside.
Welk. He keeps it straight up the middle, and he fights his way. I don't know if he's going to.
No, John Richter was right there, Scott.
Yeah.
The linebacker faked that handoff to big Jim Miller and then tried to bust it inside. And John Richter, that's his read. He had quarterback, went down in a sure-handed or sure-legged tackle as he pulls him down at the 8-yard line. So that's right where they were before, Scott, that field goal attempt last time.
Yeah, well, it appears that they're going to go for it. 4th down and 5.
I mean, that's weird. You go for the field goal last time.
Yeah.
And now you're in the same spot. You probably think your defense is playing well. So we're going to.
Yep, sorry, Chuck. Big play for the Saints D here. And now we're going to have a Hub International Insurance timeout on the field. Hub is a leading North American insurance broker. Call them at 355-3100 for your personal business insurance need. Timeout on the field, 4:52 to go, 17-14. Spartans lead it. Back with more after this timeout on the PSP Network.
Whether you're moving across town or across the country, Jobbers Warehouse Company knows how to safely move your family to their new residence by paying close attention to every detail. The folks at Jobbers Warehouse Company engage in an ongoing communication throughout the process to help the big picture in sight and make sure that no element is left unnoticed. Visit jobberswarehouse.com and let Jobbers Moving and Storage and Allied Van Lines make your move a smooth one. Head to jobberswarehouse.com today. With locations in Bismarck, Fargo, Minot, and Aberdeen, Jobbers is your choice.
Welcome back to Schmeeker Field, 14-7, or 17-14, I stand corrected. 4:52 left to play, 3rd quarter.
So they're going to stay in it, or they're going to, no, they're not kicking it. They changed the play, though, because they had 2 guys in the backfield. Now they're going to spread formation, Scotty.
Yep, now they spread them out. Welk, back to pass, steps up, now he's out of the pocket, angles, he's got it, throws it in the corner of the end zone.
They got it. Should be a touchdown, right?
Oh, he did catch. I thought he dropped it, and it is complete to Schilling in the back corner of the end zone. So a busted play there and tack on 6 more for Fargo North.
Yeah, as the quarterback had to roll out to his right, and you have to make a decision as a defender. Are you going to go with the quarterback when he starts running at the goal line, or are you going to stay with your receiver? And they chose to go up to the quarterback, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage, threw it up into the end zone to a wide open Schilling.
And the extra point by Watson is good. 4:45 to play. 3rd quarter on the BNC Bank scoreboard. North 24, Saints 14. Back with more of this timeout on the PSP Network.
The best part about Working at BNC National Bank is developing relationships. I love working with people. We've been here for over 25 years.
We've grown just like our communities we're in.
But we still have that personal connection with our customers.
And that's why we can find the best solutions for them.
It feels great seeing projects around the community and knowing we're a small part of making that happen.
We're helping people buy their first homes.
Plan for the future.
From startups to big business.
We're part of the community.
And we're proud of it.
Yours truly, BNC.
4:45 left to play. Third quarter on a, was that 9 yards?
Yep. No, 8 yards.
8-yard touchdown pass from Welk to Schilling. And it's been all Fargo North in quarter number 3. Here comes the return from the 10, 15. Angley the far, and still on his feet. Still moving.
Fedorchak.
Still breaking tackles with Fedorchak as that was a shifty return there as he's up to the 20-yard line. I couldn't see. I'm going to cut this corner out right here.
Yeah, no doubt.
You know that? I'm going to do something, cut this corner out here because I couldn't see anything there. And probably help if we'd go. Nobody else could see anything either, too, because we weren't on live game. How about that?
Well, that's all right. They didn't miss anything.
They didn't miss much. Well, the Saints got some work to do on 1st and 10 from their own 18-yard line. As Tommy Kralik brings out the offensive unit for St. Mary's. Back to pass, looking across the middle. And he threw a dart right through the hands of the intended receiver, Gavin Miller.
Yeah, he threw a fastball. Miller wasn't expecting that one. Didn't get his hands up early enough. Saints struggling offensively right now, Scott.
Yeah, they certainly are. Tonight's game brought to you in part by Roger Ward Moving and Storage. They've been proudly helping the region with their moving and storage needs since 1942. Find them online at RogerWardMovingandStorage.com to schedule a move or find a quote. Roger Ward Moving and Storage. 2nd down and 10 now for the Saints. Ball spot on their own 18-yard line. Kralik, twins left, twins right. Kralik, fake, nope, they hand off. Miller over the left side. He's got some room. 25, 30, falls forward. He's got the first down and more. Out to the 31-yard line goes Paul Vetter. I stand corrected, not Miller.
Finally, first down as that delayed handoff to Vetter. Vetter just ran through an arm tackle at the line of scrimmage. Got past that first down marker. He's got, both hands over covering the ball. Very good ball control.
Reminder, we'll have our post-game show coming up at the end of this one, brought to you by Planning Team Financial Advisors and Shots Crossroads. Kralik back to pass, looking, fly. Now he gets out of the pressure, and now he's wrapped up. And it's going to be a loss of 1 in there on the stop. That was
on the carry, number 14,
63, big fella.
Jordan Zander on the stop there for Fargo North.
We'll give that one a coverage sack, Scott, as quarterback Kralik had nobody to go to, tried to step up in the pocket, and right there after he was blocked, actually, was Jordan Zander, but he still gets a sack, a 1-yard loss.
Planning Team Financial Advisors helping clients work toward financial freedom. Shots Crossroads, your post-game headquarters. Order online at shotscrossroads.com. 2nd down and 11. Kralik rolling to his right, looking, fires it over the head. Another interception. This one is picked off, and that is Hannestad angling towards his bench, turns it upfield, and he runs it out of bounds at the 30-yard line. So another turnover for the Saints in their own territory, and Chuck, back comes the defense.
And he had guys open. He had a guy open. He overthrew him, the under receiver, but he also had Willer open over the top. So the quarterback right now, he is not on, Scott. He's had 2 interceptions and 7 incomplete passes in his last 9. He's 7 of 18 right now, and he was 7 of 10 to start the game.
Well, Fargo North takes it over, 1st and 10. Ball spotted on the Saints' 32-yard line. Welk, he sends receiver split left. Williams in the backfield. Welk back to pass, looking. He's going to throw it across the middle. He's got a man out there. Sem goes up, and it appears he caught it. Yes, he did. Little jump ball, and Jeremiah Sem comes down with it at the 5-yard line.
Well,
so 1st and goal to go for Fargo North, and they are inside the ServPro red zone.
Lots of time to throw too, Scott. That was the big deal with Ethan Welk, as he had time. Step back, a 7-step drop allowed Sem to come all the way across the middle, and We talked about this in the pregame. Hey, you throw it up, you let your athletic receiver go get it, and that he did. It's 28 yards.
First down and goal to go from the 5. This time Welk goes under center. Welk, they throw it, corner of the end zone. Sem goes up, and it's going to be batted down. That's good defensive coverage out there. That was Jackson Ross on the coverage there for the Saints. So it'll be second and goal from the 5.
Well, if you're going to do that, you got to get it out there, and his outside arm, get it high enough for him to go get it. He underthrew Sem, and that's the play they love to go to. They just love to just throw it up in the corner of the end zone as he's got one-on-one with Jackson Ross.
Yeah, and he's got the same again, one-on-one on the short side, and this time, oh, that's going to be some, I was wondering, it looked like somebody got a kick start there. Yep, that's going to be false start against Fargo North. We'll also have our Sports Clips MVP of the game. Sports Clips will keep you looking for your best. Check in online with a hairstylist today at sportclips.com. Check out their new locations up near Cashwise as well. And our Jobbers Moving and Storage Move of the Game. It's sponsored by Jobbers Moving and Storage. They can help you move across town or across the country. Locations in Bismarck, Minot, Fargo, and Aberdeen. Find them online at jobberswarehouse.com. 2:41 to go. Third quarter, 24-14. Second down and goal to go from the 10-yard line. Welk, they toss it. Haugo trying to get to the edge. He turns upfield towards the pylon, into the end zone. Touchdown, Fargo North. Haugo from 10 yards out.
Scott, you give him a head of steam. A toss play to Haugo. He sees pay dirt. He sees two St. Mary's in his way, and he's going, they're not tackling me. He busts through two Saints defenders at the 2-yard line and gets a 10-yard touchdown run. Haugo now 17 carries, 90 yards in his first touchdown.
And on to attempt the extra point again is Max Watson. Snap, hold, flag is down.
Well, the Saints, I think they've been surprised. I think they maybe underestimated the Spartans.
I think they did. Update from Minot. Thanks to the boys up at Grouse Camp, 19-12. And also another update, 21-7 Shiloh leading that game.
Grouse Camp.
Hey, man, it sounds good. I like it.
Whatever it takes, I guess, to get a bunch of guys together to have a few pops and lasagna.
Snap, hold, kick is up, and I think Watson is good again. 2:35 to go on the BNC Bank scoreboard. It's North 31, Saints 14. Back with more after this touchdown timeout, brought to you by Hubbard National Insurance.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA and SIPC. Investment advice offered through GWM Advisors, LLC, doing business as Goss Advisors, a registered investment advisor. GWM Advisors, LLC, and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
Well, the Saints need to find some life, and they need to find it early, or I should say soon, as they trail by 17, 31-14, 2:35 to go on the BNC Bank scoreboard. Quarter number 3. Watson's kick is away. And this time Fedorchuk on the return, 15-20. And he goes down right around the 21-yard line.
On the return for the Saints, number 5, Sam Fedorchuk.
Does Sam Fedorchuk.
With good coverage by that kickoff coverage teams, too. Special teams for Fargo North. Coach Adam Rhodes got to be proud how good this special team's playing. Kickoff return team, kickoff coverage team, punt cover. They are doing it all tonight.
Well, Chuck, and you talked about it in the break, is Saints have got to get Tommy Kralik settled down.
Yeah, he is right now. He is not. I mean, just a quick pass. He's a completion, right? Even if it's a 2-yard gain to the outside to Willer.
First down and 10. Ball spotted on the 21-yard line. Here's Kralik. Twins left, twins right. Kralik rolling to his right. He's going to throw it down the near sideline, throws it up for Willer, and it goes out of bounds.
and he's not reading it, Scott. He's got Porter. He wants to go to that one. He's got double coverage up high and over the top with Hannestead was all over him, as was the under coverage with Sam Fertel. And the guy that he had open was Porter in the flat. Porter kind of walked back to him and said, 3, I've got a blue on. Go ahead and hit me.
Mine's Royal, Norse is Navy.
Yeah, exactly.
Second down and 10, ball spotted, 21-yard line. Here they come with the blitz. Kralik under pressure, wrapped up by the jersey, and he's going to be brought down back at the 15-yard line. And that was Gus Mon on the sack, and it is not going the right direction now for the St. Mary Saints.
No, and now they're sending their backers. First half, it was Ethan LaTurner. He's the guy who's getting in there. Now you got the middle linebacker, Gus Mon, as he comes in, grabs a hold of Kralik by the jersey and just does not let him go. Sacked back to the 19-yard or 14-yard line, 7-yard loss.
So third down and 16 from the 14-yard line. 1:43 left to play. Boy, Chuck, this whole third quarter has been played on this north end of the field. Kralik sets, fires underneath. He's got a man, caught, Willer at the 31, and he carries it out to the 35-yard line, enough for a first down. And that's what Tommy Kralik needed to see happen right there.
Well, what he did, Scott, he rolled out to his left, squared his shoulders, got his feet set, and threw an absolute fastball strike to Willer. Willer catches it on that skinny post, picks up 21 yards and a much-needed first down for the Saints.
Yep, 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line of the Saints. Kralik trips to the near side, single receiver to the high side. Kralik under pressure, throws it. Porter caught out of bounds. There you go. There's 3. Huh?
Ran the same play. Got a
Come
guy
back
over
to
the top and Miller and run back to it. And Porter's going back saying, right there, see it?
Yep. Yeah, see how that works?
Yep.
My mitts work.
Pretty sure-handed, that's for sure.
So gain of 6 there. Second, they're going to say it's a gain of, yep, that'd be about right. Gain of 7 will be second down and 3. Clock stopped with 1:11. And Saints probably, we're going to see it through the air the rest of this football game as Kralik back to pass, looking left, pumps, throws it down the far sideline. He's got a man out there. Caught Porter, 25-20, 15, and pushed out of bounds at the 10-yard line. And Porter comes right back with a big play there. So St. Mary is inside the Serve Pro red zone, 24/7 emergency service, trained technicians, advanced technology, fire and water cleanup and restoration. It's Serve Pro.
32-yard throw to Porter. Lines up on the numbers on that left side, and the quarterback just throws an absolute dime high in the air. Porter runs right underneath it, gets shoved out of bounds at the 10-yard line, but 32-yard, no, not the 32 and 8, no, 40 and 8, 48-yard pickup, sorry. I'll get the math right.
1st and goal to go from the 10. Kralik keeps it, goes straight up the middle, breaks one tackle, gets wrapped up from behind. And making that initial stop was big number 69. Or was that 59? That was Jarsky. 59, I think. Was it Jarsky or was it? Yeah, it was Jarsky. They don't have a 69. So gain of 4 to be second down and goal to go from the 6. Kralik. Here comes the blitz, rolling right, throws it underneath. He's got a man and hit immediately. Porter caught, touchdown.
Well, Porter stopper out on the outside, got in front of Carson Hannestead, and then speaking of fastballs, Kralik threw that one about 92 miles an hour, and Porter caught it, stayed in the end zone, got hit, pushed out of the end zone, but the official was right there, said, nope, you broke the plane. That's a 6-yard touchdown catch.
Matt Porter from 6 yards out and a much-needed score for the St. Mary Saints.
Well, they go back to Porter, your favorite receiver. You got an out, you get a completion, you go to a deep completion on a skinny fade, and then you get him in the end zone.
And the extra point by Willer is up and good. 26.2 to play in the third. Fargo North 31, Saints 21. Back with more after this timeout on the PSP Network.
The right way to top a sub is with real red wine vinegar made from red grapes and no food coloring. And the right way to film it is in slow motion. Obviously. Because authentic ingredients make a sub above.
And finally, Agent Smith. He's in charge of restoring your property to its original state.
A big pitch and catch from Kralik to Porter. And the Saints get on the board, make it 31-21.
Quarterback got hot. Completed 21-7, 32, 21-6, so 5 in a row. That's what you need. We talked about a quarterback having to step up, and he did. Now the Saints defense, it's their turn.
Well, as Willer gets set to kick it away, Hannestead, Dosh back to receive, short kick, taken by Hannestead at his 10, angles middle of the field, now cuts upfield across the 20, and he's going to be pushed backwards, and they're going to spot it at the 21-yard line.
Flag right down here at the 34-yard line, so we'll see what that's going to be. That might have, somebody might have got a kickstart on that kickoff, or I don't know. Usually there isn't a hold that far on the outside by the numbers.
If they got a kickstart, would it be that far downfield?
Block in the back, so the guy turned inside. One of the outside guys kind of contained.
Okay, so that'll push the Spartans back. Mandan bounces back with a big win tonight over the Williston Coyotes, 49-0.
Coyotes.
Yep. And then it's M-M-M-A-N.
Yep.
D-D-D-A-N. M-A-N-D-A-N.
Those guys are, speaking of grouse camp.
1st and 10, here's the handoff. Haugo right up the middle, and Haugo.
He is hard to bring down.
Across the 15. Gain of 5 there.
I'm going to go out on a limb and guess that he's going to be an all-stater in Class A. What do you think?
I would say. That's probably not
good.
That's not, that limb ain't very long, I can tell you that. As the time winds down, hits 000, and that's going to end quarter number 3 here from Schmeeker Field on the BNC Bank scoreboard as we head to the 4th. Fargo North 31, Saints 21. Quarter number 4 coming up next right here on the PSP Network.
Every 10 minutes, 3 people in the United States will die from a preventable incident. More people are dying on our roadways and in their homes than ever before, but that's where the North Dakota Safety Council can help. Safety is our mission, from the workplace to any place. We're a private nonprofit that offers more than 150 training courses that are dynamic, hands-on, and effective. From CPR and first aid to driver safety and even workplace violence preparedness, we want to make sure your loved ones come home safe each night. Go to ndsc.org to see how together we can make a difference.
12 minutes to play here on homecoming night from St. Mary's Central High School as medical staff tending to an injured player down at the 15-yard line. As I'm not sure who that is, as Coach Schmeeker's out there as well.
John Richter.
John Richter, okay.
Limping off, a little tentative. Only one other injury, right? We didn't talk about that, is Doppler for the Saints. He had that high ankle sprain in that Bismarck High game, and he is not.
Yeah, the starting tight end.
Yep, tight end, and he plays some defense as well too. And when you're already, short sometimes in terms of guys having to play both ways, when you lose a guy like Doppler, one of your bigger dudes too, that's big.
Tonight's game brought to you in part by Northern Plains Heating and Air. Northern Plains Heating and Air has over 25 years of experience as your heating and air experts. As the factory authorized dealer for AeroSeal, there's no other choice to seal your heating and air game other than Northern Plains Heating and Air. Find them online, northern-plains.com. Well, I'm guessing we're going to see a steady dose of Haugo here on.
I would think so.
For Fargo North on 2nd down and 6. And it's going to be Welk on the keeper out to the 22-yard line.
Brought down by Jackson Richter. Saints, they need some inspiration.
Yeah, they need to
defense.
they need something to happen defensively, and we saw them do it in the Bismarck High game, and they need to get something done here as they trail by 10 at 31-21. 3rd down and short for North. They're going to give it to Haug over the left side, and he's going to be hit in the backfield, but he's going to fall forward for the 1st down. And Logan Herman makes a stop there for
the
Saints. Reminder, we'll have our Planning Team Financial Advisors Shots Crossroads post-game show coming up. Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. Visit us online at planningteam.com. And also Shots Crossroads, your post-game headquarters. Order online at shotscrossroads.com. 1st and 10 from the 24 for the Spartans. Well, they hand off this time. No, he keeps it straight up the middle as he faked it to Miller. And Paul Vetter, along with Herman, make the stop there for the Saints.
I am just impressed with this quarterback running this option, Scott. As pulled it, we thought Miller was going to get it, but he read it. He had the defensive end had crashed down on him. He pulls it, turns in behind him, picks up good yards on 1st down.
So gain of 3 and being up 2nd down and 7.
He's got 42 yards and 8 carries. Haugo's got 97 on 19 carries.
Letting the play clock drip down as far as they can. False start against Fargo North.
Sem on the outside.
So the Mark 5 back. Tonight's game also brought to you in part by Planet Pizza. They've been proudly serving the Magic City for over 25 years as the largest laser tag playground in the region. Mouth-watering pizza and wings in the 30-inch galactic pizzas that are out of this world. Call and order now, 852-1700. Planet Pizza is out of this world.
Well, penalties are the one thing that's hurt North a little bit. 6 penalties for
that's about
40
it.
yards. Outside of that, they're playing a solid game.
2nd down and 12, ball spot on the 23. They toss it. Hago coming near side, turns upfield, shakes one tackler, and then he's driven backwards. Good pursuit there by Lucas Herman.
Logan Herman, and the one thing
Logan Herman.
Where the credit is, it's Paul Vetter. He's the guy who has outside contain. He busts up, takes on 2 guys at the line of scrimmage, forces Haugo inside, and then your linebacker, he's the guy who's supposed to come in and fill in, and he did a great job filling in. Still picked up 5 though. All that, and he still gets 5.
So 3rd down, big 3rd down and 7 play here. As Welk sends 2 receivers to the far side. Welk under pressure, and he's going to be brought down as they brought the house there. That was Jackson Richter. Got a little assistance, I believe, from Gettle.
Yep.
And North's going to have to punt the football away.
Yeah, what a call. Blitz by Jackson Richter. Nobody picked him up on that front side, and he goes in. The quarterback, he is elusive as he is. Jackson Richter, the sure-hand wrestler, pulls him down for a sack.
So
9-yard
Miller,
loss.
Remember the last time they tried to punt, it went high over his head. Good snap there. Miller boots it away. Vetter's going to feel it. At the 45, and falling on it there is Paul Vetter. So
good kick, 37 yards.
He knew he should have hung on to that one, but also we'll have our Sport Clips MVP of the game after this one. Sport Clips brings you the MVP of this matchup. Sport Clips is the home to the MVP haircut experience. Nothing comes close to making you feel like an MVP, quite like the MVP experience at Sport Clips, as we'll have that in our post-game show.
Well, another big possession. Got to score here, and you got to get another stop. See if the quarterback stays hot.
As Kralik on 1st and 10 from his own 44. They hand off Vetter, and Vetter still on the move. Wow. He runs hard as he's got it out to the 47-yard line.
Finally, it took 4 guys to bring him down. The first one was Fargo, and he got to be tired too. Got his hands on his sides. Looked like he's breathing pretty hard there too. So surprised he's not getting more of a break.
They're going to give him a gain of 2 out to the 46, so it'll be 2nd down and 8. Clock winds to 7:55 to play. Kralik, twins left, twins right. Here comes the blitz. They pick it up. They throw it in the Porter. He's got blocking out there. Porter trying to make something happen, and he does as he gets the first down. As Parker Dosh had to come up from the safety spot to make the stop. So move the change. Clock stops. And the Saints are in North Territory, 1st and 10 from their 45.
9-yard pickup, and what a job by Luke Lingenfelter, the sophomore guard, as he's the guy who stepped in. As LaTurner was blitzing, he stepped right in, caught him right in the chest, allowed the quarterback to get that completion. 13 of 25, 175 now for Kralik. 6 catches for Porter, 71 yards.
Sorry, Chuck. 1st and 10 from the 45. Kralik rolling out, throws it underneath. It's going to be caught as he at the 40-yard line and throwing out. They're going to say they're going to spot at the 39. And that pass.
Number 4, Leighton Vetter.
Leighton Vetter makes the catch there. His first catch of the ball game.
Leighton Vetter, really?
Yeah. Second down and 3 from the 38. Kralik, he runs into his own man trying to get out of there as he ran right into the backside of Vetter. As coming in for Fargo North and putting the final touches on was
number 14, Thomas
Sam
Kralik.
Fertel. So to bring up
another sack, this time a 6-yard loss. I mean, every possession they've had a sack. That's the 5th sack of the night by the Spartans.
How to bring up a 3rd down and 8 for the Saints, and pretty much guaranteed 4-down territory if they don't get it here on 3rd down, as the clock is dripped down to 5:59 to play. Kralik back to pass. Pumps it, looks, he throws it over the top. He's got Porter, and almost picked off. A little further, and he had Porter wide open on the coverage there. That was Tanner Keeland.
Yep.
On the coverage there, and he had Porter.
Underthrew him.
Yep, he
Porter
sure
in a
did.
deep post. He stepped up in the pocket just like he's supposed to, and Porter was running a deep post, and you get some air underneath that one. Porter's got 6, but good job by Keeland stepping in front of that one, almost picking it off.
So this could be the and Dan Schmeeker's going to end up taking a timeout.
He knows how big of a play this is.
Yep. Going to let the play clock wind down, and here comes the timeout. And that's a Hub International Insurance timeout on the field. Contact your local Hub agents, Josh Cattell or Michael Borman at 355-3100 for your personal and business insurance needs. 5:51 to go on the BNC Bank scoreboard. Spartans 31, Saints 21. Back after this timeout on the PSP Network.
The best part about working at BNC National Bank is developing relationships. I love working with people. We've been here for over 25 years.
We've grown just like our communities we're in.
But we still have that personal connection with our customers.
And that's why we can find the best solutions for them.
It feels great seeing projects around the community and knowing we're a small part of making that happen.
We're helping people buy their first homes.
Plan for the future.
From startups to big business.
We're part of the community.
And we're proud of it.
Yours truly, BNC.
A big play here for the Saints on 4th down and 8. From the North 43.
Well, you go in your bag of tricks now for Coach Schmeeker.
Final from Minot. Minot defeats Century 19-12.
Century 0-4 in the season.
Ooh. Here we go, 4th down and 8. Kralik back to pass. Steps up. Eludes one, throws it underneath, and it's going to be incomplete. Hold it, flag down, though.
May have been late contact coming across the field. It's got to be something like that, doesn't it? When you have your umpire throwing it there, Saints coming across deep. That was Matt Porter. He might have got chipped. That's what the Saints are hoping. They're standing in anticipation. Yep.
Oh, okay. So the Saints on fourth pick up a first down off on the penalty on fourth down. Pass fell incomplete.
It's a hold across the middle on Porter.
BNC National Bank, your life is busy. We'll make managing your money easy with locations in North Dakota and Arizona. Visit BNC Bank online, bnc.bank. 31-21 our score, 5:44 left to play here in the football game. Low snap, Kralik picks it up, steps up. Now he's going to be ripped down off the low snap. And that was Jarski on the sack there. I looked up, Chuck. I thought I saw a flag fly out, but I did not. So
I mean, there is no time right now to throw the football. He's got to step up every single play. They've got to get better blocking along that front line. I mean, they are just getting manhandled by Johnson, Buckmiller, and Jarski.
Loss of 4 on the play to bring up second down and 14. Ball spotted, 37-yard line. Trips to the high side of the field. Kralik rolling that way, throws underneath, and it's going to be tipped and incomplete. The pass there was intended for, or Jordan Zander.
He's the one who tipped it.
He tipped it.
I think it was Caden. I think it was Willer that he was throwing it to. Scott.
No, it was Leighton Vetter. It looked like he was the underneath man. That's who it appeared it was to, but maybe not. Maybe it was. So third down.
Whoever it was, it didn't get to him because it got tapped. The line of scrimmage.
Third down and 14. Ball spotted on the 37-yard line. Clock stops with 5:03 to play. Rolling right, Kralik. He's got time, throws it underneath, and it's going to be picked off at the 15-yard line and turning back upfield across the 25 on the interception there. That was Fertel, I do believe. Yes, it was. It was Sam Fertel on the interception of Kralik, and North will take over with 4:54 left to play in the ballgame.
Sometimes this is what happens is, as a quarterback, as a young quarterback, and he's a senior, but he's still young in high school, you don't look at the underneath. It's like, I've got a 7-yard out pattern that can potentially get me the first down, but instead, I want to go for the home run, and that's what happened there. He didn't look at Willer in the flat. Instead, he tried to go deep, and when he did, he got stepped in front of by Fertel.
So here comes Fargo North, 1st and 10 from their own 26-yard line. Here's Haugo, breaks the tackle, 30-35, and bowls his way out to the 40. Goes Haugo, first down, move the change. Clock continues to roll.
That could have been the game right there, Scotty.
Final from Dickinson. Valley City defeats Dickinson 27-6.
Well, that put Haugo over 100 yards as Haugo now has 3 straight 100-yard rushing nights. That was now 21 for 115.
First down and 10 from their own 39. Haugo again straight up the middle, and he's going to be stood up for, well, it looks like they're going to give him, no gain as he stood up. Another score, Wahpeton defeats Horace 42-14. With 6:01 left, this was 10 minutes ago, was 34-15 Legacy over Bismarck High. So second down and 10, ball spot on the 39. Here's Haugo, slips a tackle, then falls forward. It's going to be a loss, or there's going to be probably no gain again.
Well, you're throwing 8 guys in the box now. You're saying, I mean, I don't think they're going to pass the football, but if they do, they might have something wide open. But why? Just let the clock roll. 2 scores for the Saints.
Yep, Saints got to get 2 scores, so they're going to they're going to drip this play clock all the way down again as the clock continues to wind at 3:12 left to play. Play clock down to 4. Welk snaps it. Fakes the handoff. He's going to throw a pass. He's got a man underneath. That's Miller. Miller turns upfield, and he's going to be out of bounds. Forced out of bounds by Jackson Ross, but he's going to be short of the first down.
Well, you don't want to go out of bounds, right?
No.
For Miller,
no.
But good completion. The quarterback Welk finds Miller, the running back, in the flat, and then Miller gets shoved out of bounds by Jackson Ross. A good play by Ross. Maybe it was, I'll just give him a better play. It wasn't Miller. Miller was probably trying to stay in.
4th down and
Well,
3 for the Spartans.
It appears that the Spartans are going to elect to go for it on 4th down and 3. They
Really?
feel like,
Why?
Yeah, it makes no sense.
Oh, there you go. Try to jump off. That's exactly what it was. They had Ross coming in on a blitz, I think it was. Or no.
That's Barry.
Barry coming in on a blitz, and good hard count by Welk. Head coach Adam Rowland. Coach Schweitzer shaking his head. You kind of had to know that was happening, right?
Yeah, you got to know.
He wasn't going to run. They weren't going to go for it there.
No. Not when you're up by 10 and you're inside your own territory. So now that pretty much will probably seal the deal here,
I think you
as
might be right, Scott.
With 2:52 to play in the ball game. 31-21. Welk tosses it near side. Haugo trying to get to the edge, turns upfield, puts his head down, runs over a Saints defender, and goes out of bounds. That time,
Fedorchuk and Willer.
That was Fedorchuk and Willer. Nice to meet you.
Didn't it remind you kind of a bowling alley as he turns and he's got two guys and hits
that looked like
the
an
head
old
pin in the right side.
Who was the guy? The guy from the John Riggins.
Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely.
That was like a John Riggins run right there.
It totally was. Yeah, that was.
Or the Zonk.
Old school. Number 39, Larry Zonker for the Dolphins.
2nd down and 6 from the Saints 45. Welk goes under center. Here's Williams. He's tripped up.
Boy, Herman's playing a good game.
Yeah, he is.
For the Saints, a backup inside linebacker.
Well, an interesting thing, too, is, Dan Schmeeker's got 2 timeouts left, and he's not stopping the clock as it clocked down to 2:23.
Saving them till the end, maybe, I guess. Depends when you want to call them.
Reminder, Planning Team Financial Advisor Shots Crossroads post-game show coming up. Welk rolling to his left, sets. Still on the move. Now he's going to run the football. Stays in bounds.
Smart.
Yep.
How impressive is his Welk, though?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He is shifty. People see him, and I think they underestimate this 140-pound kid. Now there's a timeout.
And now St. Mary's elects to take a timeout. That is a Hubbard National Insurance timeout on the field. Hubbard National Insurance located at 4204 Boulder Ridge Road in Northwest Bismarck. Minute 52 to play. North 31, Saints 21. Back after this timeout on the PSP Network.
The right way to top a sub is with real red wine vinegar made from red grapes and no food coloring. And the right way to film it is in slow motion. Obviously. Because authentic ingredients make a sub above.
And finally, Agent Smith. He's in charge of restoring your property to its original state.
Well, minute 52 to play in the ball game. A 4th down and 5 here for Fargo North.
Well, it's a must stop. I'm almost surprised they're not pooch kicking it.
And they might.
Yeah.
Expect the hard count here. Back to pass. Welk throws it.
Wow.
He's got Sim. He turns upfield. Jab step, 30-25. Still on the feet, 20-15 to the 10. Sim turns upfield, 5, and he's all the way down to the 4-yard line. That was a great individual run there by Jeremiah Step. How about the jab step?
Kahunas on the coach calling a 4th down on your 44.
And
I mean, I thought there's no way they're going to go for it. Instead, they throw just a quick stop pattern right at the chains, and then a little whoop by Sam, and he gets away from
Wow.
1, 2,
Was
3
that
defenders and almost got into the end zone. So he goes, was it 3-yard line? 41 yards on that pass play.
Nifty run there by Sam, as now Fargo North's probably going to have to take a timeout. Yep, and they do, as the play clock hits 0. So a minute 14 to go, and it's going to be 1st and goal to go for Fargo North. We'll keep it right here on the timeout. So for all intents and purposes, it appears that this one is all but over.
You know, and it was back-to-back possessions by the Saints to start the second half, Scott. 2 interceptions that Kralik threw, and they go right down and they get a field goal, and then they get a touchdown on a 4th down on 8 from the 8-yard line to Schilling. Those were the 2 possessions that just rocked the Saints, and they couldn't recover.
Yep, that's turnovers have been the nail in the coffin pretty much for St. Mary's here in the second half. And, bad third quarter.
And you know what, the Saints, they have not scored in the third quarter the entire season, or the first quarter for that matter until today.
Yep.
But the third quarter, I guess they did get a 6-yard reception, So
what is North going to do? I'm guessing
I'll give it to
they're not going to take a knee.
I give it to Haugo. Why not?
Oh, they give one the reverse. That's Zeller to the corner of the end zone, falls in, touchdown, Fargo North.
Well, you go with a little fake. You fake the inside handoff to Haugo, and then you got Zeller rumbling and stumbling at 215 lbs going to the left side. It just barely reaches into the end zone. So a 3-yard TD run by
Carter Zeller,
the tight end. Surprised you pulled that one out of the playbook. When you're up 10
at this stage of the game.
Yep. But hey, it worked. Now you got to have the people prepare for that one.
Watson's extra point is up and good. 1:07 to play in the ball game on the BNC Bank scoreboard. It's Fargo North 38, Saints 21. Back after this timeout on the PSP network.
All right, bring it up. Come on. Someone's got to call a play. All right, let's go. I right, zoom, spider 2, Y banana. You don't like that one? Okay. I right, 40 power? No. You don't want that one either? All right, go kick off. Get out of here. Let's go.
First Western is your independent community bank with all the online conveniences you want and an experienced team you can count on. First Western Bank and Trust. You can bank on us.
What you're witnessing actually happens. This is a sad story about bad math.
Bad math?
Does your online company include mounting?
You can't beat the online pricing.
When you add the mounting, the shipping, and all the extras, it's just simple math. We guarantee the lowest prices. Our Plus Plan is simply better, a less expensive way to buy tires. Thinking tires? Think Tires Plus.
Here's a return by the Saints, and Vetter goes down at the 20-yard line. Oh, I stand corrected. That was not him. That was on the return there. Well, that was Aiden Price. Aiden caught the big touchdown to defeat the Demons, and so now the St. Mary Saints 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line. They trail at 38-21. As it's all but academic here. Kralik throws Porter. Porter gets out of bounds and reaches for the pylon. And stops the clock with 56.6 to play. We're going to give him a gain of 9. Well, they say it's 2nd and 1, but from up here it looks like it's gain of 8. It's more like 2nd down and 2. Kralik back to pass, steps up, and Kralik's going to be on the move, and Kralik runs it out of bounds at the 37-yard line.
Number 14, Tommy Kralik. That gives St. Mary's a first down.
They're going to give the Saints a first down. So it'll be 1st and 10 from their own 38-yard line. 49.7. Kralik back to pass. Throws it underneath. Caught and trying to get out of bounds. Oh, they keep him in bounds. And that's going to be completed to Porter.
Pass complete to number 3, Matt Porter.
And they're going to be
timeout, St. Mary's.
St. Mary's takes a Hubbard National Insurance timeout.
Final timeout.
That'll be their final timeout, as I think we've updated you pretty much on all the scores that we have in. Let's see if we can Century 1983 was the last time Century started 0-4. And 1979, as Chuck said, for Bismarck High, they start 0-4. Sabres, that game has gone final 34-15. Big win for Coach Chris Clements and his group there. Second down and 6 to go. 37.8. Here's Kralik rolling right. Steps up, throws it, and it's going to be caught. And on the move, out down at the 40-yard line, but staying in bounds. The clock will stop on the reception there. That was Vetter.
That reception by Leighton Vetter gives the Saints a first down.
Kralik spikes it, stops the clock with 24.1. .1 to play as St. Mary's trying to make this one respectable here as they used all of their timeouts. As Dan Schmeeker gives the play to his quarterback. Sends trips to the left side. Kralik back to pass, looking, throws it over the middle and caught. That's Willer, and Willer is brought down at the 30-yard line. That's going to be enough for a first down. The clock stops. Now the clock winds at 10 seconds. Kralik back to pass, looking. He's got a man. He's got Willer out there, and it's going to be caught. Did he get in? Yes, he did. A 29-yard touchdown.
Number 11, Caden Willer.
With .8 seconds to play, a 29-yard touchdown catch. Willer from Kralik. But it's going to be a little bit too late for Saints. Snap. Here's Willer's extra point is up and good. 0.8 of a second to play on the BNC Bank scoreboard. Fargo North 38, Saints 28. Back with more on the PSP Network after this timeout.
Hi, I'm Agent Simon Irv Pro with CRSF. What is CRSF? We're the Cleanup and Restoration Special Forces.
Hoorah!
We're ServPro's first responders to your property's disaster. Admit it, you're no good at handling disaster alone. Like when you got dumped in high school by Janet Fillmore. She married 3-time world champion yodeler Jovan Bovic. With the Janet disaster, you didn't have a team. Now, you have a team. Elite Surf Pro operatives, highly trained in disaster cleanup and restoration. If it's fire damage, Agent Fred Iyer. From burnt to unburnt, he does that. But oh wait, it's water. Boom, Agent Winston Otter. He's been called the human sponge. But Simon, what about mold? Agent Marlon Old. He holds the world record for fastest mold remediation. And finally, Agent Smith. He's in charge of restoring your property to its original state. So if you sprung a leak, lit your curtains on fire, or your insulation looks like week old bagels, call ServPro.
Well, a little pooch kick there, and that ended the game as this one has gone final. The Saints win it 38-28 as we turn our attention to our post-game show brought to you by Planning Team Financial Advisors, Shots Crossroads. Planning Team Financial Advisors helping clients work toward financial freedom. And Shots Crossroads get filled up with their delicious menu that includes the famous number 99. Order online at shotscrossroads.com. Team buses are always welcome as Chuck Claremont has made his way down to the playing field, and he will try to get a few words with head coach Adam Rowland, player as well as the teams shake hands as Fargo North certainly now has come in here and proved that they are for real as they win this one 38-28 over the St. Mary Saints. Lots of miscues by the St. Mary Saints here tonight. And I'm sure Dan Schmeeker is going to have to go back to the drawing board, and a bad third quarter we saw there. And you feel bad for Kralik. Had a great first half, and then it was that third quarter that really snake bit the St. Mary Saints as they drop a tough one here tonight on homecoming night. And they will regroup this week and get back to work and try to get back in the win column. Will the St. Mary Saints as St. Mary, Fargo North stays unbeaten. They move to 4-0. St. Mary's will drop to an even 500 on the season at 2-2. And I know Chuck's down there waiting. Try to get a few words from Adam Rowland as they are on the far side. And while Adam addresses his team, we will take a quick timeout here on our Shots Crossroads Planning Team Financial Advisors postgame show. More to come after this timeout on the PSP Network.
At Shots Crossroads, we make 8 gallons of homemade ranch dressing every day, so you can smother your dinner salad with it, dip those crispy golden French fries in it, and dunk your breaded chicken strips. You can even cover your... Wait, no. You can't put ranch on steak. Or can you? Shots Crossroads. Don't forget the ranch.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA and SIPC. Investment advice offered through GWM Advisors, LLC, doing business as Goss Advisors, a registered investment advisor. GWM Advisors, LLC, and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
Well, welcome back to our Planning Team Financial Advisors Shots Crossroads post-game show as this one has gone final. The Fargo North Spartans move to 4-0 on the season. St. Mary's drops to 2-2 as Fargo North wins this one by a score of 38-28, as we will try to get some other scores passed along to you, as I believe we got a majority of them in here. Tonight. As we await to get a word with head coach Adam Rowland and a player from the Spartans. Yeah, a lot of finals I think we've already passed along to you here. So Fargo North, very impressive here tonight. They've got a nice football team, and if you take a look at this football team, a lot of youth to this as well, as Welk a junior, Haugo a junior, Miller a junior, Dosh a junior, Hannestead a junior. Up front, they've got some up front. Going to have to replace some fellas up front. Zeller a junior as well, as now Fargo North has finally broken their huddle. And we'll see if Chuck can get a few words. You may see Chuck on the screen down there waiting around the 45-yard line to try to talk to their head coach, Adam Rowland. As his team comes in here, and St. Mary's hung with them in that opening half. We're tied at 14-14 at the end of, as I believe right now Chuck awaits head coach Adam Rowland. And right now, let's go down on the playing field and Chuck Claremont.
Right,
take it away.
All right, Coach. Hey, we talked about, is North for real? I mean, you played against 2-8 teams. You came into this, and I think maybe some people underestimated you, maybe including the media too. You came out 200 yards plus rushing, 200 yards passing, and overall well-rounded game for you guys tonight.
You know, these guys work hard. They worked hard all summer long, and they come to play. You know, and we have some things we always need to work on, but these guys were ready to go, and I could see it from the first play, obviously, but throughout the game, the sideline guys that were maybe not in the game playing physically, but the guys were physically in on the sideline, and it was just a great team victory.
You controlled the line of scrimmage. You offensively, you started out with a big pass play. Defensively, you stopped the Saints when you needed to. And special teams, you had some big kick returns, some punt coverage, some kick coverage, just all-around game. You've got to be pleased as a coach every single facet of the game.
Yeah, I just talked to the guys about that. We played a complete game with just about everything that you kind of practice in there. You know, the special situations, talking about big plays, offense, defense. And then we preached that special teams battle, right? Winning the special teams battle throughout the week in practice when we practice them, because you don't get a ton of time. And then the guys that are on that's your chance to make a play. So that's actually what I'm really most proud of, is that play there on special teams with a block punt and stuff like that. But the big plays down the stretch when they really mattered, when we were going on scoring drives or when we had to really run time off the clock there at the end, the guys executed exactly how we need to. And St. Mary's is a good team. They battled. They obviously moved the ball on us. They were able to score, and it's one where our guys are going to really look at this one, and we'll look at this as coaches and show them that that's how you need to play if you want to play deep into the playoffs and play championship football.
Well, the confidence you have in your quarterback, Ethan Welk, you got 4th down and 8. He gets a touchdown pass going this way, and then you come down here late in the football game. It's 4th down and 5 on the 46-yard line. We thought you were going to just punt it. Instead, you get a 1st down all the way down to the 3-yard line.
As coaches, we actually challenge ourselves in the off season. With this crew, we have some weapons and we need to take some risk, I guess, or calculated risk, and do some things to advance us down the field and put us in position and really be aggressive to win football games or put them away. And that's what we chose to do tonight.
Great win, Coach. Congratulations. Peter, step in here, buddy. What a game for you. 3 times in a row now, 100 yards. But you had holes, but you were running through arm tackles. When you square those shoulders, you're hard to bring down.
Yes, sir. They're a great tackling team, and I just figured if I run hard, nothing can stop me.
You know, and for you guys tonight, as I talk to your coach, it feels like maybe some teams might have underestimated you as you know, Wapaton, Grand Forks Central, Horace, but you came on. I think you showed a lot of people tonight that you're a very well-rounded football team. You can play some defense, you can run the football, and you can pass the football. You know, talk a little bit about how much confidence you guys have after 4 wins now.
Oh man, after 4 wins, especially beating this big AA team at home on their homecoming feels great. Everybody stepped up, made some big plays today, and I think everybody realized that you have to respect our run game and our pass game.
You know, and I thought that controlling the line of scrimmage was big too. I've watched some preseason stuff, and your linemen talked like they were really confident in terms of what happened in the offseason. It seemed to you that your offense and your defensive line really controlled that line of scrimmage, which was a big part of the victory tonight.
Yes, sir. They've been in the weight room countless hours. I always see them in there, and they're probably the most important part of our team.
A lot of confidence going in the rest of the season?
Yes, sir. After this AA win, I don't think anybody can stop us.
All right, congratulations. Good luck the rest of the season. It's Peter Haugo. Lots of confidence there, Scott. As he said, nobody can stop us. That might find some walls.
Well,
back up to you, big fella.
Yeah, Chuck, you are exactly right. As I think that one might be some locker room material there. As definitely a very impressive effort tonight by Fargo North, but lots of folks are going to remember Peter Haugo. Very confident young man. You got to like that, and to be a champion, you got to have some confidence and some swagger, and you certainly can see that Fargo North has some swagger as they come in here and knock off the Saints on homecoming night on Schmeeker Field. Our planning team financial advisor, Shots Crossroads, post-game show rolls on with more after this timeout on the PSP Network.
At Shots Crossroads, we make 8 gallons of homemade ranch dressing every day, so you can smother your dinner salad with it, dip those crispy golden French fries in it, and dunk your breaded chicken strips. You can even cover your... Wait, no. You can't put ranch on steak. Or can you? Shots Crossroads. Don't forget the ranch.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA and SIPC. Investment advice offered through GWM Advisors, LLC, doing business as Goss Advisors, a registered investment advisor. GWM Advisors, LLC, and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial. Whether you're moving across town or across the country, Jobbers Warehouse Company knows how to safely move your family to their new residence by paying close attention to every detail. The folks at Jobbers Warehouse Company engage in an ongoing communication throughout the process to help the big picture in sight and make sure that no element is left unnoticed. Visit jobberswarehouse.com and let Jobbers Moving and Storage and Allied Van Lines make your move a smooth one. Head to jobberswarehouse.com today. With locations in Bismarck, Fargo, Minot, and Aberdeen, Jobbers is your choice.
Well, 38-28, our final score here tonight on homecoming night. As now it's time for the students to enjoy their homecoming, as unfortunately the St. Mary Saints dropped one, but that's a good football team. Fargo North, as we said, moves to 4-0, and certainly they will make a hard press. Well, Jamestown, obviously the defending state champions. North appears that they'll probably stay in that number 2 slot in the poll, as we did not update you those in the broadcast. In the most recent 11A poll, as Jamestown 1, North 2, Red River 3, South in at 4, and Valley City in at 5. Valley a big win. Dickinson was a team receiving votes, but Valley goes on the road and knocks off Dickinson. So that poll will have a little different flavor for you next week. And then on the 2A side, Shanley number 1, Davies 2, Mandan 3, Cheyenne 4, Minot 5, and then receiving votes was Legacy, but Legacy got a big win tonight. Minot High a big win tonight over Century, and Amanda a win as well. So that one may not see a whole lot of change, but nonetheless, we'll find out how that develops coming up next week when that next poll comes out. Chuck, you got those numbers all tallied up?
Yeah, I think there might be a little off because of the end of the game, but for the St. Mary's Saints, Paul Vetter, 12 carries, 61 yards. Tom Kralik, the quarterback, 7 carries, net 0 yards. He did have 6 sacks tonight. Did have a 2-yard touchdown run. Kralik throwing tonight. He was 16 of 32 for 219 yards. He had 3 touchdowns, a 21-yarder to Caden Willer. He had a 6-yarder to Matt Porter, and he also had a 29-yarder at the end of the game to Caden Willer. Matt Porter had 7 catches for 79 yards and that 6-yard touchdown catch. Caden Willer had 5 for 90. He had 2 touchdowns. I mentioned 21-yarder and a 29-yarder. Richter had 1 for 17. Jackson Ross 2 for 17. And Vetter had 2 for 25. For the Fargo North Spartans, Peter Haugo, third 100-yard game of this season, 24 for 119. He had a 10-yard touchdown run. John Williams also got in the scoring book. He had a 29-yard touchdown run, finished 8 for 62 yards. Ethan Walk, the quarterback, 10 carries for 34 yards. Zeller had 1 carry for 3, and that was a touchdown for Carter Zeller. Another just efficient game for Ethan Walk. No interceptions again. 2 more touchdowns, 10 of 17, 208 yards. Sem had 3 for 70. Zeller had 2 for 34. Hannestead 1 for 63. Jim Miller 2 for 10. Joe Ross 1 for 25. And David Schilling had a touchdown catch of 8 yards. Team stats to end this one: 19 rushes for 61 yards is all for the Saints, 16 completions, 219, 51 total plays, 280 yards for the Spartans. 43 rushes for 218 yards, 5 yards a clip there, 10 completions, 208 yards. So 60 plays for 426 yards for Fargo North. Big job in the defense, Scott. 6 sacks and 2 interceptions. Just an impressive game all around for the Fargo North Spartans. Offense, defense, and special teams, they got it done.
Yeah, they certainly did. Chuck, a couple more things to do. We got to give out our Jobbers and Moving and Storage Move of the Game, sponsored by Jobbers Moving and Storage. They focus on the details of the process without ever losing sight of the big picture. Their efficient step-by-step approach to move management keeps everyone on the same page. Locations in Bismarck, Minot, Fargo, and Aberdeen. Find them online at jobberswarehouse.com. Chuck, your thoughts?
Well, I mean, it could go either 2 ways to me, Haugo or Welk, but I thought Haugo played great defense. Obviously, he was the guy that, wore him down rushing. 24 rushes, 119 yards, including a 10-yard touchdown run, and probably had, double-digit tackles. So for me, the Jobbers Moving and Storage
move of the game.
No, did you say move of the game?
I said the
what
move
the
of the
hell?
game.
I'm sorry. I just gave the player of the game.
Okay, well,
the
move
of the game to me was the first play of the game to Hannestead. That 63-yard touchdown pass to Hannestead, the first play of the game.
So our Sport Clips MVP of the game
was
Haugo. Our Jobbers Moving and Storage move of the game, Hannestead's touchdown pass
from Ethan Welk
to open the football game. Well, that's going to do it for us here up at Schmeeker Field. Certainly hope you enjoyed the broadcast. I want to thank all of our sponsors, BNC National Bank, also to Shields, Hubbard National Insurance, Serve Pro, Planet Pizza, Roger Ward, Moving and Storage, UPS Store, Jersey Mike's, Expresswich Orthodontics, Northern Plains Heating and Air, Premier Chiropractic, Planning Team Financial Advisors, Shots Crossroads, also Sport Clips and Jobbers, and all those other folks you see on the commercials throughout the broadcast. Big thanks to the fella up top, Will, running the camera. Great job, my man. As always, Will running the camera for you up top. Repeating our final score from Schmeeker Field. Fargo North, 38, St. Mary's, 28. For Chuck Claremont, Scott Woodmansey saying so long from Schmeeker Field.
At Shots Crossroads, we make 8 gallons of homemade ranch dressing every day, so you can smother your dinner salad with it, dip those crispy golden French fries in it, and dunk your breaded chicken strips. You can even cover your... Wait, no. You can't put ranch on steak. Or can you? Shots Crossroads. Don't forget the ranch.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA and SIPC. Investment advice offered through GWM Advisors, LLC, doing business as Goss Advisors, a registered investment advisor. GWM Advisors, LLC, and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.